Here he is, the man about whom everybody is speaking, and the man who's responsible for the fastest-selling book in the history of Simon & Schuster. Here is shock jock Howard Stern.
Sad and lonely, lonely baby, so lonely baby. I'm so sad, lonely. Thank you. This is Scat singing. I learned this in France when I lived there. Do you think Marconi is sorry right now for inventing the radio? I said, I'm so sad and lonely. So lonely, baby. How's that? Have you seen the melody anywhere? What did you cut off my music? You dick. Come on.
I'm trying to cut you off. I'm trying to stop you.
I'm good at scat singing because I can't remember the words.
You can't even remember the scat.
Scoop it up. All right, now you've embarrassed me. 18 cities praying for a power outage right now. 18 cities vomiting.
You know, I was reading some of those clippings I got. They had one in Albany. Did you know about that?
Power outage?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
It knocked us off the air.
Did it really?
Yeah.
I thought that was in L.A. that happened the other day.
Well, it happened in Albany.
Did it?
According to my press.
Oh, my.
Yeah.
Oh, my. That's like in Cleveland when we got knocked off the air.
Yeah.
I thought that was man-made. Oh, my.
At first, I thought it was sabotagey again.
Hey, what's going on in Cleveland with that case?
I don't know. Don't hear a thing.
Yeah, we got knocked off the air by one of the other radio stations. Oh, my.
And that guy was never even sentenced.
No. It's really weird. What kind of Cleveland justice is this? Do you know anything about it?
Oh, can I tell you, I talk to that station, once a week, once every 2 weeks about it. And since this, what is it? It happened like last April?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They just go
coming up on a year.
Listen, they're still gathering information. They're working on it. There's a lot going on I can't tell you about.
It's probably, you know what it is? It's such a big case. Seriously, it is a big case that they're trying to implicate all of the upper management of that radio station, that I guess they got to make sure their case is all locked up.
That's what they're sort of insinuating.
I was beginning to think, this is sounding more and more like the Kennedy conspiracy.
It's kind of I started thinking, hey, this is shenanigans. Somebody's trying to get this thing swept under the carpet quick. It's interesting.
Well, do we need a commission?
Oh, my. I'll have to investigate personally. I've avoided getting involved, but I'll have to get involved.
Take it into your own hands.
Right, I'm like Matlock.
Quincy.
I'll name it the Phony Commission. Headed by my Chief Commissioner, Phony.
You know what the findings are?
What?
I don't know.
I don't know. After 18 years of investigations, I don't know.
A 20-page booklet that says I don't know.
Well, I mean, a whole bunch of guys could stand to lose a whole bunch of radio stations if these allegations are proven.
Yeah, the damage could be major.
Certainly could. It certainly could.
If we can make the case.
If investigative Phony gets on it, there's no chance of an acquittal.
I don't know.
But it seems to me that OJ's getting swifter justice.
OJ. Dominic Barber said in the paper today that Colin Ferguson was a better attorney than that prosecuting attorney, that guy. Chris Darden. He says, I don't know, I had opportunity to visit the Colin Ferguson trial and Christopher Darden, and I'd have to say that Colin Ferguson did a much better job.
A lot of people are saying Colin is doing a very good job.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
hilarious.
He does.
If you didn't know that he shot at 1 million people on the Long Island Railroad and you just turned on TV and saw him doing it, you'd think he was really good.
Yeah, he's doing okay. He's a little slow between questions. I mean, he's not exactly all there, but, you know, he kind of gets it done.
See, we're only seeing the pertinent questions.
Right.
They say sometimes he comes out of left field. You don't know where the question came from.
We should sue someone and hire him as our attorney just as a goof. Get it on TV.
Whatever happened to, didn't he subpoena the president? And
Well, he's still pressing those, but nobody's serving them.
He writes subpoenas, nobody serves them. It's pretty funny. I don't know. Everything's funny, you know. I watched the trial last night. Did you see Denise Brown pull that big booger out of her nose?
Oh, yeah. I didn't see that.
Yeah, big glob. Big glob of schnot.
Oh, dear.
Well, what was she going to do? She was hysterical crying, but it was a big blob. Oh, I had to turn off the TV.
I avoid looking at I can't watch people cry anyway, so I guess I turn away from the screen when they
trouble watching that.
Up. Yeah, so I guess I missed that.
You missed a big booger pull. Big greasy booger. Did you see it? Fred, you saw it, right?
Oh, yeah.
No,
I was watching. It glistened.
Yeah.
It glistened.
Oh.
And when it was caught on the end of her nose, it was like going back and forth.
No.
Big glob.
And she kept trying to go for it, and she missed it.
Yeah. Finally, she used her hand. Did you see that? She couldn't get it on the tissue.
The tissue wasn't working.
Yeah.
Lock her up.
Edo leaned over, tried to pull out with his chopsticks.
Trying to get a hold of it.
He go, hosto.
The jury will disregard this booger.
Yeah.
Do not discuss this booger with anyone after you leave the room.
That voice is so funny on Judge Ego because it doesn't match that whole Japanese look.
Yeah.
You expect that? The jury will disregard the booger.
It's like the trial's dubbed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like one of those old Japanese movies.
I believe Mothra is coming up over the cliff.
Yeah. Captain Japan.
Look, there's Gigantor.
Captain Japan, Judge Ego, at your service. I got to take a break. We'll be back right after these words. We'll get everything started. Although it is kind of started. You could make a claim that this has started.
So we'll just take a break.
We'll take a break. We'll be back.
The Howard Stern Show. Once again, Howard Stern.
I'm going to ask the jury to ignore that last statement by the announcer.
I know it's hard to unring a bell when it's been rung.
Is that what he said?
Yes.
Oh, I missed that one.
Yeah.
I know it's hard to unring a bell after it's been rung. The wit of Judge Ego. We ought to start taping those.
I have that one this morning. I'm going to play it for you later.
Hey, you know what? I brought a tape of Colin Ferguson being a lawyer. I taped it the other day.
Good.
Yeah, so here.
Because I haven't been able to catch him.
Oh,
I've seen him bits and pieces, but I haven't been able to catch it on tape.
Here. Yeah, this is you got to rewind a little, Fa-Fa-Fooey, but it's Colin Ferguson, like, interrogating somebody. And it's real funny. Leave the pauses and everything. It takes like an hour to get out each question.
I love it when he says, and where was Mr. Ferguson when you turned around?
Yeah, he wants to be a lawyer, and unfortunately doesn't want, this is his big shot. He finally got to be somebody important.
He's his own client.
Yeah, right. His only client. Well, I forget, what am I doing here? But how do you like when Judge Ego goes, I want you now to ignore the picture that you've just seen. I want you to unring the bell. Meanwhile, it's a woman whose face looks like she went through 12 rounds with Muhammad Ali. Yeah, right.
Never forget.
What?
Never forget that.
No.
Do you think they go in the jury room and somebody brings it up and they go, we're supposed to forget that?
No. I think what happens is it's just sort of an overall imagery that's created.
And when you go back to the transcript,
that picture's in your head.
There's nothing necessarily there.
Yeah, but that picture's in your head. You don't forget a picture like that.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that's all it means. It doesn't mean you forget it.
Although Jackie told me he already forgot the picture. You see? What? He's a perfect juror.
He's got all the pictures. He wiped them all out. She was hit.
So we're going to talk to King of all song parodies. Ran into A.C. Cowlings the other night. Of course, he saw A.C. at a bar.
Really?
I had to go right next to him and ask him about you.
Well, the cool thing about this show is that, we're on all over the country, particularly in Los Angeles. Yeah. And, a lot of our fans are able to run into Hollywood celebrities and people in the news and go up and hassle them. I see A.C. Cowlings, who is O.J.'s friend, is now writing a book.
Oh, yes.
And he's going to detail how Nicole Simpson was into drugs and into sex. Of course, what that has to do with anything, I don't know.
Hey, Howard?
Yeah.
This is AC.
Oh.
When I write my book, if I use a ballpoint pen, will the book have a bouncy feel to it?
I heard on the news this morning that AC said that Nicole wasn't a nice person because she was about to write a book of her own.
Oh.
Like, that's a bad thing.
So now is he a bad person?
It's okay that he killed her.
Wait, and Nicole's still going to write the book?
Yeah,
I should get the residual.
Hey, AC, how you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good. I got the great way for OJ to escape.
How's that?
What he should do is the next time he be in court, he should hide behind Dominic Barbara.
And sneak out.
Exactly. Exactamundo.
All right, so...
Hey, I have my own theory who really did this killing.
Who's that?
Well, you know, OJ, Juice as I call him, was on the board with Tom Chipisano out at Infinity. And OJ suggested they buy new urine cakes, and Chipisano framed him so he wouldn't have to spend the money.
Right. You think there was a plot going on?
Absolutely.
Your jokes are worse than OJ's alibi. All right, King of all song parties, what happened? Where did you run into AC Cowlings?
Well, a friend of mine, actually my stepbrother, runs the computers at one of those X-rated video companies.
Yeah.
So they had, like, the X-rated Academy Awards or something.
Yeah.
And I
they do. That's a very big thing in Hollywood.
Academy Award.
Yeah, we know about that, right?
They usually do it in Las Vegas. I forget. They have a name for it.
I don't remember
what they call the award.
The Schwinkties.
They call it.
The Golden Schwinkter Awards. They actually do it, and what's funny, we ought to get tape of that. If someone could send us tape of that, because what's funny about it is the porno stars really get worked up, and they really want to win their award. I mean, it's their Academy Awards. Well, and they go up and make acceptance speeches.
But do they have, like when everybody wants to thank the Academy, is there really an Academy?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they were thanking a lot.
Yeah, it's like Ron Jeremy sits on the Academy.
Ron Jeremy is like the Orson Welles of the whole thing.
Right. He sits there. It's really funny stuff.
Oh, man.
It's like I saw guys going up to Ron Jeremy and saying, hey, man, I watched you like 20 years ago, and you inspired me to be doing what I'm doing.
Yeah. Showing my penis in movies.
Yeah.
But what's funny about it is, too, that the actresses really get caught up in it, and you start to believe that they're actually winning for their acting.
Right. Yeah, they think that this is an award that shows some sign of accomplishment.
Yeah, and they think that it's going to lead to bigger parts, like, better porno parts where they're going to get more money for their porno appearances.
Do you think that actually they could catapult into regular movies?
No. Nobody's that delusional. I think maybe for the night they get caught up in it.
It's funny to watch a woman cry after she accepts her award for Best Newcomer.
Right.
Yeah.
You saw that?
Yeah, because we know the guy who runs those awards. That's that guy, Paul Fishbone.
Oh, Paul runs those still?
He created those.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so I'll call him and get the tape.
Yeah, ask him if we can have tape. We'd like to play it.
But women cry and they hug each other.
After you see what they've done to win that award, you'd cry too.
Yeah.
One of the actresses who won the award thanked the writers for really caring about the script.
A porno movie doesn't have to just be sex. And I want to thank everyone who worked on my latest film, Ass Play. It's just a wonderful, wonderful film, and particularly all the actors who were in it with me.
Acting in it was reward enough.
Yeah.
I can't believe I'm here in prison while them awards are going on. God dang.
And then they thank their co-stars.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it without, Ron Jeremy's a great co-star, he's a great guy to work with.
Yeah. Even though the hair in his belly got my teeth. All right. Anyway, so tell me what happened when you ran into AC.
So then I went down to it was actually really boring. It was just like a lot of people who get naked for a living can run around slapping each other on the back.
Mm-hmm.
So I went downstairs to the bar. It was at the Bellage Hotel in Beverly Hills.
Yeah, I go there.
And
I do.
I believe you.
That's how I know it. I only know one hotel in all of California.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah, it's nice.
So I go down into the bar, and I see AC. Like, I looked at him, and I wasn't sure if it was him. Then I see, like, people come up to him, and I realized it was AC. So I walk up to him.
People actually come up to AC and, like, hang with him?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He's like a big celebrity in the bar.
In the porno world.
Well, in 30 to 50 years ago, if AC had been a guy who had been in a car with O.J. Simpson, he would have been shamed. He wouldn't be able to show his face in public.
He'd have to stay inside. In
our sick world today, to show you how sick the world has gotten, AC hangs out at the Bellage Hotel and is, like, greeted by people, and women immediately fawn over him.
Yeah, they want to sleep with him.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, so...
And I'm angry.
I go up to him, and I, like, I try to befriend him, and I go, hey, I'll tell you something, man. If I was O.J., I wish you were my best friend, too.
And what did he say?
And he goes, oh, thanks a lot. And he shook my hand. I said, I'm David, and we talked a little bit. And then I said, hey, I go, what do you think of what Howard Stern goes around saying about O.J.? He goes, man, the first thing that you should do, once he's pronounced innocent, is find that punk and beat his little ass to the ground.
Really?
And he was getting angry, and like a lot of people were coming around and listening to what he had to say.
Uh-oh.
He goes, Howard Stern, guy would have known the truth if it hit him upside the head.
Yeah, AC, I don't know.
Hitting and punching conversation.
2 sentences the guy says so far. It's like, hit him upside the head, and
beat him into the ground.
OJ ought to beat him up.
And then he was doing this thing, Howard.
Well, I'm going to get a safe deposit box and start chronicling all this.
Yeah, really.
Then he was doing this thing where he was going, Howard Stern, indeed.
You know what's real?
Well, you know, he's a real hero, AC, in my book.
You know what's funny about that whole thing?
Yeah.
Is I guess OJ and AC and all these guys are brainwashed. He's saying when OJ is proclaimed innocent, like that's going to happen.
Yeah. Gee, how's AC going to deal with it if OJ goes to jail?
Well, of course he would have been framed.
Right.
This is a bad rap, and on appeal, he'll win.
AC should be ashamed of himself. First of all, I don't know I don't know why AC hasn't been called in to talk more about what he knows. Him and that Kardashian guy.
Yeah, now he's writing books. He seems to know something.
Yeah. Should be up on the stand.
Well, Kardashian did a scam where he re-upped his lawyer's license so that he couldn't be called.
AC had more to do with this case than Denise Brown.
Yeah, they spent hours talking to Garvey's wife, and they...
Oh, what a knockout, huh? Ooh.
You know what? When I sat there and saw her on the stand, I said, I know what Howard's going to do.
Mama Lucia.
All he's going to be able to do is see this woman's beauty. Word she says.
She didn't say anything. She's as dumb as a wall. First of all, I didn't realize it was Steve Garvey's wife. That guy's got great selection of women, because I always dug
when they kept saying
Cindy Garvey.
Candy Garvey, I said, do they mean Cindy Garvey?
No, they mean Candy.
How does he keep finding these girls with similar names, similar looks, everything? Everything's almost the same.
Cindy Garvey is real hot, although Larry King gets her now. And Candice Garvey, the new Garvey. Wow. Woof, what hair. And she's wearing this headband with a gold chain through it.
Right.
They're going to hang OJ with that gold chain. What the hell was on that headband? That was pretty elaborate.
I had never seen a headband like that before. You do. You get caught up in it.
The only place I've ever seen a headband like that is on Sylvester Stallone's mom.
But she always wore it around the front of her head.
Yeah.
Not over the top.
Fred uses that to hide his antenna. But I'll tell you, she was about as smart as Steve Garvey's bat. But, man, what a piece of ass. I'm sitting there going, man, I want her bad. I'm like, wow, what a scene this OJ's nuts. What a scene goes out in Hollywood. Look at who your friends are and who your kids go to school with. All the moms are hot. If I was a kid going to that school and I go over to my friend's house and...
You would never get to school. You'd go to your friend's house.
Yeah, and Candice Garvey sitting there. Hubba. I mean, I could have sworn I saw Judge Ego, and I was looking at Captain Japan. I could have sworn his hands were under his robe. I could have sworn it.
Nice white woman.
Yeah.
That's it. Today you pissed me off more than 5 times. Everybody out.
All right, I think I'm going to have to remove the cameras from the courtroom.
My ballot's wrong.
Yeah.
Hey, Howard.
Yeah.
I have this incredible OJ song parody.
I'd like to be alone with Mrs. Garvey. I'd like to remove all cameras from the courtroom.
In chambers.
Oh, Mrs. Garvey. Oh, man.
I told OJ I had the baby.
Did you see that? OJ's sitting... One thing I got to say, this Mrs. Garvey's as dumb as a wall. OJ's sitting there. He's waiting 2.5 hours now for his kid. Have you ever been to these things at school?
Yes, I know.
2.5 hours. My wife tells me, because I don't go to my daughter's stuff, because it would just be too much of a scene, because you see what goes on when OJ shows up.
Yeah. Well, at least there's other celebrities in the audience when OJ goes.
Yeah. I mean, first of all, my wife always says to me, you can go to the kids' school, you can go to these things. I go, don't you understand? People are going to be videotaping me and stuff. She goes, no, they're not. Meanwhile, look at yesterday. OJ is just giving his kid a hug goodbye.
It's on video.
Some douche is sitting across the street videotaping. Not his own family. He's videotaping OJ.
But do you realize that all those prosecutors and all those lawyers have been investigating this case for months, and it was either hard copy or Inside Edition that found that tape?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, drives me crazy.
Yeah, so anyway, you go to these things for your kid. OJ sits down. 2 seconds, he's waiting now 2.5 hours to see his kid do one little dance in some bad costume.
Yes, you got to wait through all the other bad performances by other people's kids.
Yeah, and he's just about to go on, and Mrs. Garvey. Now I see why OJ got angry. He wasn't angry at his wife. He was angry at Mrs. Garvey.
I'm going to kill that Miss Garvey.
Yeah, Mrs. Garvey. I can't kill Mrs. Garvey, but I'll kill Nicole.
She looks like Mrs. Garvey.
Yeah, you don't look like her, though. I'll tell you that. Baseball players get the best toogie. So...
I bet she listens.
OJ's sitting there, and Mrs. Garvey comes over and goes, OJ, I had the baby. And then OJ's like...
And she said, he just stood there and looked at me.
Yeah, well, what do you want from the guy, man? He's burnt out. He had a full day of golf and mahjong. But what was cool about that tape yesterday in court was that, there goes O.J.'s argument that he can't walk and he can't lift anything.
Yeah. 1 week he's running a marathon after a dog.
Yeah.
And then they got him on tape hoisting his 75-pound son. Can you lift 75 pounds?
I can't lift 5 pounds. I can't lift that metal bag I carry with my computer every day.
How about the thing where he grabs his wife's crotch and said, this is where babies come from?
Hey, I do that. I can't say there's anything wrong with that. Hey, man, that's called basic gyno 101.
Actually, that's showing a lot of love, isn't it?
And my wife prays for me to do that.
This is where the baby comes.
Look how smart O.J. is. He knew where the baby came out of. He's just showing off.
Right here.
Could have been a doctor.
He's just showing off in front of those fancy white friends.
Maybe he had just learned. He was showing people what he learned that day.
Nicole done told me the same place I put my weenie is where the baby comes from. Now, what else do you need to know? Well, what a life. I mean, can you imagine going to this? What's the name of that school?
Paul Revere.
I want to sign up. You go to school and you make some cool friends, and all the moms look like Candice Garvey. Lollapalooza. Holy mackerel.
Holy mackerel, I done got a boner.
So what'd you do? You wrote a song?
I have a song, but can I just tell you one kind of interesting thing? The reason I haven't called in for the last few months is because I've been working. Do you know who the girl is that I work with now?
Who?
It's Andrea, your friend Andrea, who asked you to that dance after you started dating your wife.
Oh, yeah.
She's a script consultant at my...
Remember I told you a girl... Remember when I was in college and I met my wife? Well, I had there was a girl that I really had a big crush on. Did you meet her, Robin, out there?
Yeah, she was out there. She has long...
Black hair?
Black hair, yeah, dark hair.
Long brown, black, dark hair. So,
something like that.
Yeah, well, when we were in college... She always ignored me and stuff.
Yeah.
I used to look her over and stuff, lick my chops. But, of course, no one ever looked at me, so... And then I meet Allison, and then the following week, when it rains and pours, she got interested in me. She invited me to a party.
Yeah. And
I
you didn't go.
Yeah, and I think, it was more than just, inviting me. It was like, hey, do you want to, hang with me?
This is where I'm going to be.
She wanted to use the party to check you out to see if you were, boyfriend material.
Is that what she said?
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
She told you that? He hasn't even talked to her.
No, really.
How do you know her, though?
I think she likes me now.
No, she won't. No, idiot. I've seen you. She wouldn't like you.
She hasn't gotten that desperate.
Yeah, I was a loser, but you're a real loser.
Right, Robin, you wouldn't go out with me?
Have I?
She's got your number. She hasn't called it, has she?
No.
All right, so. Oh, yeah, you work with her? What do you do now?
Well, I work at a production company. I'm in development.
They're trying to make something out of you?
I developed the coffee and the facts.
I figured as much.
So what does she do? She looks at scripts and what? Fixes them or something?
Yeah, scripts that come in, or she'll bring scripts in for my company, to make and stuff.
And in college, she used to sit there when I did college radio. She's like, can I watch you do your show? Yeah, I was just... I was just hoping that she would get up and walk over to me and start kissing me.
You couldn't make a move.
No.
You never even wanted to test.
She yelled at me today.
But I would have gone out with her. All that time, I would have gone out with her.
Yeah, but you would never even test and say, gee, here she is asking me to
I just assumed, I just had such a bad self-image, I just didn't think any woman would like me. But when she invited me to the party, but then I met Allison the very week before. And I said, well, gee, I can't,
I have no options. If I blow this, it's another dry spell for how long?
Right. How about if I go to that party, nothing happens, and then Allison finds out, and she sees I'm a two-timer.
That's it for me.
Yeah, I was some playboy. I had no idea how to juggle. I could have said, I'd only met Allison a week before. I could have said, hey, I got to go to this party. I'll see you later.
Well, that's how insecure you were, I suppose.
I was a dink. I was a real dink.
Andrea got upset with me this morning because she came in and I started to talk to her. And she says, I'm very chatty.
Yeah.
Work to do. She doesn't have time for you.
She said, you're very friendly and you're very chatty. There is work to be done.
Maybe she's upset that she never made a move on me, now that I'm the famous Howard Stern. Still angry. 30 years later.
You just reminded her. He ripped off the scab.
She's cute, right?
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And she's 40 like me. 41 maybe.
Well, here's my song.
Damn it.
Howard, if you want to come out to L.A., maybe I'll hook you up with her again.
Oh.
I don't think I need you to hook me up with her. I think I can handle that on my own. Dick. I don't want to hear your song.
Please, it's great. I worked all night on it.
Oh, no.
Oh, all night.
Yeah. You know the song Luca by Susanna Vega? It's called My Name M.O.J.
You mean Luca by Suzanne Vega?
Right.
All right, go ahead.
Okay. My name M.O.J. I can't believe I killed the bitch. If that bald Jew don't get me off, that fat nip gonna pull the switch. If Johnny Cochran don't set me free, banging white chicks will be history. And if they ask me to get the soap, I'll hang myself with a friggin' rope. If I'm found not guilty, then I be broke. My name M.O.J. I used to slap Nicole around. I grabbed her crotch in public. I'm just a harmless clown.
All right. And he's working with Andrea, script consultant.
No, he brings coffee.
He's in development. Everyone in Hollywood's in development.
They have such funny names for what they do out there.
Hey, we would have been quite the little power couple, me and Andrea, if we had hooked up. Her with her scripts and movie connections, and me with my radio show.
Well, how would she be doing that in New York?
Well, I don't know.
She'd be a housefrau on Long Island with 3 kids.
I'd have her locked up in the house. But she could write on the computer at home. She'd be in development with me.
Right.
She could be my manager, like Jackie's wife.
You'd take every woman and suck all the creativity out of her.
Yeah, she'd be as angry as Allison. All right, let's take a break. We'll be back right after these words.
More to come when the Howard Stern Show returns in a moment. Stern Morning. You're right. All day. 97.1 The Eagle. It's the Howard Stern Show. Here's Howard.
I just wish I could play on the guitar that one, note.
Yeah. It sounds like you're ripping off a scab.
I'd like to jam with those guys and just play that note,
Yeah.
I got a couple of great phony phone calls to play for you. We were just talking to the commercials. It drives us crazy that, all of these women are going on the stand talking about what bad mood OJ was in and that he looked kind of weird that day. And yet, AC and Kardashian and all these guys who were with OJ that night or that next day, and someone even spotted one of those guys with a bag of clothes. Why aren't those guys on the stand? Yeah, that's not relevant. But knowing whether or not a guy looked like he was in a foul mood that day is relevant. I mean, Candice Garvey didn't appear to know anything. Except that
I couldn't understand the testimony she gave or that woman.
Yeah, that other woman.
After her.
Yeah.
She was like just in the house once.
Yeah. Candice Garvey was like, I'm a really good-looking woman, and OJ didn't pay attention to me. I can't believe it.
It was like I wasn't there.
I mean, how many times do you see that? Well, maybe OJ just finished doing Tawny Katane and Paula Barbieri and was kind of tired.
Femaled out.
Yeah, right. Like maybe you just didn't get him going. She was just unaware that any man could resist talking to her.
Oh, it was very strange.
Good-looking girls are like that.
Well, if you think about it, that could be proof that he's guilty.
Yeah.
If he was so caught up.
If he was so preoccupied.
It's almost like she was like, well, look at me, Judge. How could you ignore me?
Judge Eagle, your hands are buried underneath your robes. You're telling me.
You know something must have been wrong.
Oh, you're so good-looking broad. She's guilty. End of trial. Me go home. All right, anyway, let me play you some phony phone calls because everybody loves these. These are by the master phone caller himself, Ponce de la Phone, who really has set himself above the others.
And doesn't want it. Very humble.
Yeah.
As the master of phone play.
Yeah, very humble. Never calls in. Just sends us the tapes. Doesn't want any recognition for his work. Ponce de la Phone. Now, hey, Gary, you want to help me out with setup here, or you think I could just do these? What's the first one marked Larry King? Is that from the Larry King show?
Yeah, Ponce calls Larry King, and they must have some guy whose whole job is just to sit on the sound, and if he hears anything weird, pull it down.
Yeah.
Because halfway through the question, he just start fading them down.
Okay. And who is the guest?
I think it's Governor Pataki.
Oh, Governor Pataki.
Yeah, but that doesn't have anything to do with the question.
All right. He questions Larry.
Right.
All right, here's Ponce de la Phone grilling Larry King. I think about Well, all right.
Yeah.
Let it go.
We're back with Governor Pataki. A caller is from Pasadena, California. Hello.
Hi, Larry.
Hi.
Does Cindy paint your head?
I'm sorry. I got Governor the...
That's great. Referring to Cindy Garvey, of course, who Larry is now dating, and Larry does paint his head as he showed it on TV. Larry paints the bald spot in the back of his head, so maybe Cindy's helping him with that.
That is so funny how flustered he gets.
I've spent a lot of time now since Larry King's been getting Cindy Garvey thinking about how I could be getting Cindy Garvey.
You know, I only told you that a few days ago. I spent a lot of time on it.
Well,
every moment since.
Yeah, every free moment.
I told you off the air.
Well, Larry's getting her. I
we
mean,
never talked to her on the air. I could have sworn we even did that.
Maybe, but all I know is if Larry King's getting her, I'd be like Fabio compared to him.
I could swear that she said she really liked you when you
Yeah.
were talking to her on the air.
She did. And I'd love to nail that, honey. If she wants to have a little affair, I'll go for it. Well, then Larry's fouled her. Maybe he hasn't. Maybe she didn't let him in her pants. What do you mean? Oh, well, he could what? He's Larry King. He's hideous. Could she be that hard up?
Didn't she date Marvin Hamlish?
What?
Didn't she date Marvin Hamlish, though?
Yeah, but at least he's Marvin Hamlish.
He's at least a talented guy.
Yeah, at least he could overlook that face and know he could play the piano.
I don't know. Yeah, write you a song, maybe.
Just like guys who marry fat opera stars who go, man, but she can sing to me in the morning.
Marvin Hamlish got huge. I saw him on a plane.
He's fat now, too. On top of that ugly face.
Ooh.
He saved her,
Yeah, but he married, and so he doesn't have to care about his figure.
Yeah. I guess when you look in the mirror and you're Marvin Hamlish, you go, why should I bother about my weight?
Let me eat.
Yeah.
I read an interview with Marvin. He saved Cindy while she was in that marriage of abuse with Steve.
Yeah.
That's how they became a couple.
Cool. I would have done the same thing.
Go over there and help her out and stuff.
Yeah, what did he do? Protect her from Steve Garvey? Steve Garvey could kick his ass.
Well, with that nose, he shielded.
Yeah. It's a big shield.
He looks like he cooked for her.
Yeah. All right, here's another phony phone call. Ponce to the phone again. And what is this? This is the Steve Lawrence and Edie Gourmet?
Yeah, some guy's got some cable show where he's got Steve and Edie on the phone, and people can just call in and ask them questions.
All right, let's hear that. Ponce to the phone.
Pat, from where you calling?
Who's this?
Pat.
San Diego.
Hi.
Pat in San Diego.
What's your cable company?
I got a satellite dish.
And what channel? Oh, you got a satellite dish over there. Okay, you're on with Steve Lawrence and Edie Gourmet. Question.
Hi, Pat.
Hi, Pat.
Edie, would you dump Steve for Howard Stern?
I knew it was Ponce on the phone.
You love Howard Stern,
Ponce.
Edie?
Do you guys listen to Howard Stern at all, Steve and Edie?
Occasionally we do, and he's really he's outrageous, Howard.
Yeah, he is. Well,
He's funny.
But he's funny.
He's got something going, that's for sure.
Yes,
Hey, Ponce, while we got you on the phone, was Howard up for one of those awards there, the Ace Awards?
He was up for grabs. Yeah. but Edie wouldn't answer my question. Forget that. I want to know if she would dump Steve for Howard Stern.
I wouldn't dump Steve.
For anybody. There you go. Not even for the Pope. There you go.
You know what's funny about that?
What?
You know, my dad had that recording studio. Steve and Edie used to come up there and record junk there.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, commercials, because Steve used to get commercials and stuff. And my father used to always come home and pretend like he knew Steve and Edie. And, you know, that was like a big deal when Steve and Edie came up. Steve and Edie used to go up there, Raymond Burr. I told you, Raymond Burr used to prance around. I was one of the first people to know that Raymond Burr was gay. My father said...
When I first met you and you started telling me about your father, you would tell me, Robin, Raymond Burr is gay.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, Howard, sure.
Because who would have believed it? My father says...
I thought that was one of your little
No.
jokes.
My father said he'd go up there and they'd be doing a recording session, and Raymond Burr would be in the halls. Big fat Raymond Burr would be in the halls. He'd walk in, he'd be like, so, what's going on? And then he'd sit down and go... Budweiser, the king of beer. You know, it's like unbelievable.
Did anything ever throw you more than hearing that he was gay?
Yeah, because I said to my father...
That was the one that threw me more than anyone ever.
Yeah, I said to my father, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, Raymond Burr's not gay.
Yeah, but my father used to see, like, really cool people. Like I told you, they did the Tennessee Tuxedo cartoons and the Underdog cartoons with Wally Cox and Don Adams. And
but he was just the engineer. He didn't really know these people?
Yeah, but he sort of made it seem... He kind of tried to make it seem like he knew them.
Uh-huh.
And so Steve and Edie used to come in and go, oh, that's Steve and Edie boy, my father would say. I go, yeah, what about him? He goes, well, you know, she's the talent. He has a mediocre voice and presentation. She is the big talent, and she leads him around and bosses him around like you wouldn't believe. And she doesn't leave his side for a minute. She's afraid he's going to run off with all the young girls, I bet, because he doesn't leave her side for a minute. And she built him into a whole big thing. And he would just start pontificating about Steve and Edie. I mean, work himself up into a sweat.
He really liked Edie.
She's a good, yeah, right. You'd be like, she's a good-looking woman. You know, to him that was sexy.
Yeah.
Edie.
He was hot for Edie.
And he goes, Steve is, you know, he built her. He was just he was not a big singer. And when he hooked up with her, oh boy.
You know, he was saying, I deserve her. He doesn't deserve her.
My old man sitting and commenting, you know, here's Steve Lawrence, an accomplished singer, a guy who's really made a career for himself.
Got a personality on him.
Yeah, good-looking guy.
Charming.
And here's my old man critiquing.
He's no talent.
And Steve and Edie don't even know he's alive. That's why I know my dad's probably sitting by the radio getting a kick out of hearing Steve and Edie talk about me. Must make him nuts, because I was always the nitwit.
Yeah.
And the idea, you know, if I ever walked up to my phone and said, hey, Dad, one day Steve and Edie are going to talk about me, he'd say, shut up, you moron. You stupid idiot. What are you talking about? Steve and Edie don't know who I am, and I'm an engineer.
And I've actually been in a room with him.
Speaking of that, Ponce de Lafone did another one of those brilliant things where he uses my dad's voice and calls into shows.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I should play this one
But wait
for
a
you.
minute, I got to point out there that he is so well known to whoever he's talking to. They go, oh, I should have known it was Ponce de Lafone.
Yeah, Ponce de Lafone's a big star.
Amazing.
But anyway, Ponce de Lafone made a phone call to another show. Is this a black show?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a black show. And he took the tapes of my father interviewing me.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah,
okay.
and actually was able to have my father call into the show.
So he's actually using tape of your father.
Right.
Okay.
So let's
I
listen
love
in.
those.
Yeah, this is great.
Ben from Pasadena.
I don't want any foolish answers from you, otherwise don't answer.
Okay, Ben. From Cal, you from?
How do you feel about religious services and why children should attend them?
Where?
Shut up!
Okay, we got a loco going on here.
Tell me about it. Loco. I would have put in, I told you not to be stupid, you moron, to the host. I don't understand the question. I told you not to be stupid, you moron.
Ben from Pasadena.
I don't want any foolish answers from you, otherwise don't answer.
Okay, Ben. From Cal, you from?
How do you feel about religious services and why children should attend them?
Where?
Shut up!
Okay, we got a loco going on here.
Yeah, I live with him. He raised me. I was raised by loco.
Those questions make as much sense to the host as they did to you when you were a kid.
Imagine being 5 years old and being asked that question.
Your father really knew how to relate to children.
Oh, yeah.
He should write a book.
Still does. Should see him with my kids. Really knows how to carry on a long conversation with them. He's a pisser. Now, I'm going to ask you to answer this question, and I don't want a dopey answer. Okay.
If you're going to be stupid, don't answer.
I love that.
How do you know when you're going to be stupid?
See how he whipped that guy right into shape, too?
Oh, that guy was, okay, Ben, I won't give you a stupid answer.
Ben from Pasadena.
I don't want any foolish answers from you, otherwise don't answer.
Okay, Ben.
Right away, this guy's on his feet.
All right.
From Cal, you from?
How do you feel about religious services and why children should attend them?
Where?
Shut up!
Okay, we got a loco going on here. Mr. Ben.
Mr. Ben.
But he got respect.
He sure did. He got you snapping, too, didn't he? All right, let's take a break. We'll be back with more fun right after these words.
You're listening to The Howard Stern Show. More after this. 97.1 The Eagle.
7:01 at The Eagle. This is Brad. It's 7:07 at 97.1 The Eagle.
Call Howard on the Eagle's toll-free line, 1-800-54-STERN. You're listening to The Howard Stern Show. Once again, Howard Stern.
And a little later on in the show will be our guest, Doug McClure. We've been waiting for him to come in, so he'll be in today. Doug McClure, the famous actor.
Oh, stop that.
What are you talking about?
Dead.
Doug McClure died? Damn it, we finally get that guy booked.
Oh.
Damn it.
Oh.
Damn you,
wasn't funny.
bearer of bad news.
That wasn't funny at all.
So he'll be late, I guess.
You knew he was dead.
Well, I say stuff him and bring him in here. A booking's a booking.
The Virginian.
The Virginian, yeah. What, did he smoke? He had died of lung cancer.
I don't know.
Yeah. I don't think you get lung cancer unless you smoke.
No, you can get it.
Can you?
Mm-hmm.
Great. My luck, I won't smoke and I'll get lung cancer. Son of a bitch. I know that's going to be my fate. I'm going to die of some damn disease that I Mr. Health. Jesus H. Christ. Hey, you want to take some phone calls, or you want to hear the tape of Colin Ferguson, or you want to hear the Ku Klux Klan message?
Well, we've been promising the Ku Klux Klan message for some time, and it is Black History Month.
So you want to hear Colin Ferguson?
Anything to observe it.
So you want to hear Colin Ferguson first?
Let's hear Daniel Carver.
Well, let's do Colin Ferguson first.
All right. Why don't you ask me if you already had your mind made up?
I thought you were going to go for Colin Ferguson. All right. I just have this queued up, that's all. So, everybody's scribbling.
We're like OJ, we're all taking notes.
Yeah, everyone's taking notes on everything I say. Anyway, Colin Ferguson, for those of you around the country, is this guy who killed 9 people on the Long Island Railroad.
6.
6? I counted 9 that night. So anyway, he killed 6 people, point blank on the Long Island Railroad. And the funny thing is that he's being his own lawyer. And it's fun to listen to him be a lawyer. It's just funny tape. And he takes like 10-minute pauses between questions. And then he does cool stuff like he goes, "Isn't it true? Strike that." I saw him the other day. It's better than the OJ trial. That's the funny thing. I saw him the other day. He goes, "Isn't it true?" And then he says, "Strike that." It's really funny. He's like about to make a big point, but he has no point to make. Because he gets real frustrated every time he tries to say that, he brings up a guy that he shot on the stand, and he goes, "You didn't see me." And the guy will go, "Yeah, I saw you. You shot me."
He never says me.
Yeah, Mr. Ferguson.
You didn't see Mr. Ferguson.
Yeah. So then the other day I'm watching him, and he gets on the, he gets a guy on the stand, and he says, "Isn't it true that you never actually saw Mr. Ferguson?" And the guy goes, "Look, I've said it a couple of hundred times here. I saw you." And then all of a sudden Colin Ferguson goes, "I object." And the judge goes, "Mr. Ferguson, you asked the question. But how can you object? You got to let the guy answer the question. You're objecting to your own question?" He goes, "Yes, I object to my question."
Really cross-examines himself.
Yeah.
And then the judge says, "Let him answer the question."
Yeah.
The judge is arguing with him.
It's great.
Let me ask me,
Colin Ferguson, a question. It's like the Three Stooges meet Perry Mason. Here's Colin Ferguson interviewing himself on the stand.
"Now, will me take the stand?" "Sit down, me."
Here he is.
Let me ask me.
Here he is, Colin Ferguson doing his thing.
And look at your testimony, grand jury. Did you testify, grand jury?
Yes, I did.
And was that on the oath?
I'm sorry?
Was that on the oath?
Oath.
Was the oath.
Was that under oath?
Was that on the oath?
So he says to the guy, this is a scream, he goes, "All right, did you testify to the grand jury?" Which,
He knows that.
He goes, "Yes." "Was it under oath?"
Oath.
Well, he testified
can't testify without being
right. Yeah, so he doesn't know what to ask. But he does it kind of like a lawyer.
Yeah.
And he looks like a lawyer.
Away with it.
Yeah.
Yes, it was. Did you testify that while you were on the floor of the train, you played dead?
Yes, I did.
Was that because you wanted to give the impression of no life in your body?
Why are we pursuing this rather ridiculous?
They're great.
Judge?
He's a pisser.
Was that to give the impression of bleeding when you were on the floor? And you're under oath?
You call me an oaf?
That was because I didn't want to be shot again with my back exposed.
So you played dead?
That's right.
So you lied. You lied to the killer that you was dead.
And you're lying here on the stand now, aren't you?
Your Honor, I rest my case. I call for a mistrial.
You lying at the stand, you lying on the floor. Case dismissed. I'm going home.
Now he's turning pages and so on. Kind of cool.
And if it's your testimony that in that area you saw feet, and that's all you saw.
At the point after I had fallen into the aisle, I saw just feet for a period of time until you proceeded further back into the train, which I believe you reloaded the gun because I heard the click. At that point, I could see your whole body, but you were correct. At the point I was first lying in the aisle, all I could see is your feet.
This guy's pissed because he got shot 5 times, and he's giving him a look. He's staring down Colin Ferguson. I was hoping he'd get up and beat the crap out of Colin Ferguson.
Now, you speak about reloading. Wasn't it your testimony that you did not see reloading of a weapon?
No, it was not.
At the point that you were shot and you were looking, as you say, from side to side while you were playing dead, was there a time when withdrawn?
Perry Demented Mason.
My nutcase for the defense.
Scary Mason.
What did your grand jury testimony that there came a point after you were shot that you pushed yourself underneath a seat?
Yes. I went as far as I could. I don't fit under the seat.
So you admit you don't fit under the seat. You're a chicken. You hid under the seat from a man with a gun, so you are a chicken. Are you saying that?
You scurried away like a little girl.
And now you're lying, and you're scurrying away like a girl. Case dismissed.
You admit you saw feet.
Yeah.
You could see nothing but feet.
I like when he goes, was there a time when you saw feet?
And that was all you saw.
Were they your feet?
As you say, reload.
And is it your grand jury testimony?
I'm 2 seconds away from strangling you.
Yeah. Hit him over the head.
Oh, man.
Now, you claim to the grand jury, excuse me, strike that. You made a claim to the grand jury, didn't you? Yes. You claim that you was hit by a bullet. Is that true? Yeah, you shot me 5 times. All right. You claim you felt the bullets? Yeah, I felt the damn bullets.
It's funny because is it your testimony?
Yeah, is it your testimony? He's got like all the vernacular down.
You had, as you say, pain.
But by the way, Chris Darden was no better yesterday. He had nowhere to go either.
Doesn't it seem like Chris Darden has never met these people?
No. It's just like, well, gee, maybe we should have spoken about this beforehand.
Yeah. He asked questions, and did Nicole say to you that she was upset? No.
No.
Oh. And then he goes back.
Okay.
Excuse me, Your Honor.
I was fishing. You know, I read there was this legal expert on Fox yesterday who was really good. I got to remember her name. I wrote it down, too. Wait, maybe I brought it in. Yeah. I figured I'd give her a plug because she was so cool. Her name is Sonia Hamlin. And they had her on Fox Television. And, you know, she was making cool statements, too, about how, you know, when you go in on a case like this, like the Nicole Simpson trial, the O.J. Simpson trial, rather, you're supposed to be really prepared. Like, it's not supposed to be something that happens ad lib. That only happens in the movies.
Right.
This is supposed to be totally orchestrated, totally rehearsed. Everybody knows what they're going to say.
Exactly what your client is, your witness is going to say.
Yeah. I mean, you know, you literally don't have it written down for them, but you coach them pretty good.
Right. You go over the testimony and the kind of questions you'll ask.
It's like Darden is one chapter behind everyone else in law school.
Oh, he just drives me crazy when he does that.
He's sort of the West Coast Colin Ferguson.
And did you see he always gets upset because he is so off the mark that Johnny Cochran takes advantage of it. And he goes up and says something to the judge. Now, yesterday he got angry. And he says, Judge, I'm getting tired of this stepfather business with Mr. Cochran here.
And what happened to the white guy who was running things?
On the prosecution?
Yeah.
He had a heart attack.
Yeah, but I mean, like, wasn't he supposed to come back the next day? Where is that guy?
I said to myself the other day, I said, that was no fake.
No.
He really must have been sick.
Yeah.
So he's gone. They just put another white guy in there.
Yeah, but you'd have a heart attack, too, if you saw Darden asking those questions.
I got to stand there while he does this.
Yeah, I mean, Jesus, he's disgracing the entire legal profession.
And it was your testimony that you didn't want to obstruct the way of the shooter. And that you again play dead. Am I correct?
And that went on all afternoon.
Yeah, I didn't want to catch any more bullets, okay?
Yeah, I was tired of being a mitt.
You coward.
Coward. But it's fun to watch. It's better than the O.J. trial.
I love it when he gets somebody, you know, he's already cross-examined the guys that actually grabbed him and held him down and took the gun from him.
Yeah.
And he says to this one guy, now, is it your testimony?
Is it your testimony? Not like the echo. Isn't it your testimony?
That you grabbed the shooter and held him down. He says, yes, I grabbed you. And I put my knee in your throat.
But isn't that true?
And then Colin he doesn't flinch. He just goes on like the guy didn't say, yes, it was you. It wasn't Mr. Ferguson. It was you.
Well, he knows you can't react.
He's being
that much
very
he knows.
cool.
Yeah. He's building to a point.
I don't know what point.
There were 100 people on the train with necks. How do you know that the one you had in your hand was mine?
Prove it.
Prove it.
Because I was looking at you.
How do you know I'm not triplets from the planet Krypton? Let me take a break, and I'll be back right after these words.
We'll be back with the Howard Stern Show. Don't go away.
On the Eagle.
Howard, Harley's, and Pure Rock. 97.1, The Eagle.
Super.
It's the Howard Stern
Rock.
Here's Howard.
Rock. Jackie Joke Man Marlowe. To order Jackie's Wild Comedy CD cassette, only $10 plus $3 shipping and handling. Jokeland special, buy two, get one free. Call 1-800-323-KING. Friday night, March 17th, St. Patrick's Day at Chuckles with Jackie in Mineola on Long Island. For filthy jokes and info, call 516-9221. Those tickets going fast. Remember, 516-9221 is not a pay service. All right, Jackie. Way to go, pal. One day it's Atlantic City, next day it's Chuckles. What's the difference? Money is money, right? Doesn't matter where it comes from.
Well, I understand that there's a whole Howard Stern gang tour.
Well, yeah.
Going on. Jackie's just showing up at one of the days.
Yeah. Gary stands there, doesn't know what to do, makes me look bad. Hey, can I have the mystery record, Gary? Yeah, that was a whole thing where Gary and
Stuttering John.
Yeah, but it's Gary, Stuttering John, a bunch of the
Howard Stern.
Yeah, they were all getting together to do a traveling Howard Stern show, and I said, guys, I put a stop to that quick.
Oh, good, because
yeah.
I didn't know anything about it, and then all of a sudden I saw this little blurb with a few dates on it.
No, I killed that idea.
The Howard Stern gang.
Because then some poor schnook in my audience goes, oh, I'm going to go see the Howard Stern show. Shows up, and you know it's going to be awful. It's going to be Gary standing there doing nothing. God, what do you do when you go? Nothing.
It's usually like a bikini contest or something.
Yeah, right. So he goes there, and people are waiting to see some kind of Howard Stern show.
In a bikini?
So that by the time I actually go out and do a Howard Stern show, they'll have successfully killed off all my audience.
Gary will have destroyed it.
Yeah. You know, my guy's going out and just killing off my audience. Stuttering John and Gary and Miss Howard Stern.
And the Elephant Boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we put the kibosh on that.
Yeah, kibosh. Kibosh. I love your choice of words. Kibosh.
We did?
No, not we. I took it and murdered the idea.
Well, actually,
I took it and I did what O.J. did to Nicole to it.
Cut off its head.
Cut off its ugly head.
They do dance numbers.
I don't know what they did.
Got a barrel of money.
Yeah.
Happy Papa Phony.
See, that would be funny. But they won't do that. They won't do something funny.
Now, what happens is now John's band plays, and I do a bikini contest.
Good.
I MC for John's band.
Good. Yeah.
That's it.
Good. I'm going to clean house very soon. I'm cleaning house soon. Watch. I got the perfect out in November. It'll be just perfect. It'll be like, I got fired, and we just didn't come to contract terms. Everyone go their separate ways, and then I'll form a new show. I've got the whole thing planned out. Zygazun,
you
right?
Sneak away.
Yeah, the old Italian saying, Zygazun. It means goodbye, everybody. You're all free. Goodbye.
It means you won't leave, so I will.
Yeah, you guys stay. I'm going.
So what started all this?
What started what?
This whole
Give me the mystery record. Never mind.
It's in the CD player.
Excellent.
I
all
can't
right.
show it to you, otherwise you know what it was.
Gary, no, I just asked where it is physically so I can play it. I don't want you to show it to me.
It's right here.
Oh, all right. Thank you.
Well, I want to make sure.
I thought it was on a cart. You usually hand them to me on a cart.
This is a little different.
All right, let's play the mystery record, all right? Here we go.
Now, tell me, this is someone you don't normally know as a singer?
Exactly. Gary has found a record where you don't typically think of this person as a singer. Is that correct, Gary?
That's correct. In entertainment?
Is he an entertainer?
That is correct.
All right, this is an entertainer. Could be a sports figure, could be anybody. Let's start by listening. This is the game show where we play and the audience gets to play along at home. It's not queued up. What track is it, do you know?
Track 12. It was just...
Well, it's not right.
So I left it, Wolf.
Oh, whatever. It's not there.
You know it's the machine. You know that.
Absolutely. We've got some machines here.
You can't even make it work.
No, you can't.
Don't look at it.
We have equipment here. This has been going on now for months. Scott knows about it. Tom knows about it.
Oh, yeah. I remember this happening several times and even having people called in to talk about it.
CD player number 3, which is the closest one to the disc jockey, where you can reach over and work it,
Yeah.
doesn't work. It hasn't worked for months. And instead of fixing it, everyone comes in and always goes, oh, yeah.
Use the others.
Use the others, but I can't use the others. I can't reach the others. I can't do a show while I use the others. But we just pretend that it works, I guess. How much is a CD player? It's already not queued up.
No, it's right here.
Oh, I got to go with that now? See, I have no control over it now. November can't come soon enough. How many months left on my contract? Seriously.
I think 10.
Well, you know what? The company always says to me, you should stay with this company because we at least have a studio. I think I could replace the studio for $10,000. What would it cost me to go out and build my own studio?
With all this antique equipment, Howard, it would cost a lot more.
Yeah.
It would be cheaper to build
you're saying these are relics.
studio with new equipment.
I see. These are rare antiques.
That's right.
You ought to go in the back one day. In the back, I guess they have this old office.
Mm-hmm.
They have stuff that your father wouldn't recognize. I'm
Really?
telling you, they got microphones from like the 20s and the 30s.
They save everything.
And sometimes they use them.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like Vince Skelton had a band up here. I said, these are like antiques. These are cool. What do you do with them? Oh, Vin had a band up here. I go, you put these out?
All right, let me hear your mystery record. I'm not here to critique. I'm the new Howard. I don't critique anybody. Mystery record. Play along at home.
Every time I look into your
Is that my mother?
This is almost impossible to get, but if you let it go a little farther.
Chuck Norris.
I see a love that money just can't.
Nancy Sinatra.
Let it go a little further, because then the tone of the voice changes. Might be a little bit.
This is an actress?
Yes.
Okay.
From you.
Oh, I know who it is.
Wait. Shh.
No, everyone's going to get it if you keep it going.
Who is it?
Whoopi Goldberg.
Is it
Whoopi Goldberg?
How did you get that?
I could hear it in her voice.
You cheated.
I cheated.
She saw the movie.
What movie is it?
It's from a movie that's out right now. She probably saw it.
I haven't seen
You
any
didn't know that. You saw a movie. What movie is it from?
And how was everybody going to get that? Nobody was
You
going to
can
get
hear
it.
Whoopi's voice.
What movie is it from? Of course, you saw the movie.
Boys on the Side.
You saw the movie, didn't you?
I have not seen the movie.
There's something going on here. Whoopi Goldberg. Oh, yeah, it was obvious to everyone.
I was worried.
Why don't you say how you got that? Be up front. Be honest.
You know what?
You're lying now.
Whenever you get those mystery guests, and
Yeah.
I accuse you of already knowing.
Yeah, but I looked through the blindfold. How do you think I get that? Now admit what you did to get these. Come on, admit it.
I just heard. First of all, Whoopi has sung in Sister Act.
Oh, that's recognizable.
Let me hear this. That you got this. This is unbelievable.
She saw the CD.
She saw the CD laying around here.
And she saw sneak previews.
Yeah, right.
That scene.
She saw a sneak preview.
Come on.
No.
Come on. Oh,
There's no way you know that's Whoopi Goldberg.
It sounds like Whoopi.
Crazy. That sounds nothing like Whoopi Goldberg.
Wait a minute, that other part did sound like Whoopi.
What?
Totally unrecognizable.
Let me tell you what happened. She's watching Siskel and Ebert. There's a clip on. They had Whoopi singing.
Nope.
And she heard the song. It's a recognizable song.
The soundtrack features so-and-so song, sung by so-and-so.
Right.
I just heard Whoopi's voice and recognized it.
Maybe I should sing like this. I can do this. Boy, I'm not seeing this movie.
It's a chick movie. You know that every song on the soundtrack is a woman.
Let's see.
And it's 3 women in the movie.
Yeah, it's another. They're trying to capitalize on that Thelma and Louise.
Yeah, Sheryl Crow. Yeah, it's like a movie about women discovering themselves.
But it's only women.
It's a road trip again.
Yeah.
Only women singing.
Yeah, great. Well, that cuts out 50% at least of the population going to see it. I'm gone.
Well, they're banking on... The movie people always bank on the fact that women drag their boyfriends and husbands.
Who was it? Drew Barrymore.
And Mary Louise Parker.
And Whoopi all discovering themselves?
And Drew is pregnant.
Does she get naked? Is Drew naked?
Yeah, well, I'll stay home.
I'm not going.
Yeah. Oh, so she's... I got the whole scene. She's sitting by the piano. The other two are watching. And, like, she never had the guts to sing.
No. She's a lounge singer.
How do you know all this? Come on. You're so... Yeah. You saw the movie, didn't you?
No, I haven't seen the movie. I read about
All right, she's a lounge singer, yeah.
She's a lounge singer, and her career hasn't gone the way she expected it to go.
People listen to that singing. Yeah.
Mary Louise Parker is the uptight white woman with AIDS. And Drew Barrymore is the woman who never picks the right guy, and he's all abusive, and she's pregnant and all that.
Good. Maybe OJ ought to take care of him in the end.
And how do they all end up together, Robin?
She kills.
I have no clue about how they get together.
Beautiful. Lounge singer. What lounge is going to hire her to do that? Who is she? C'est bon.
C'est bon.
I want to know where these... No wonder all these lounges went out of business.
Yeah, it was a lounge that was about to go out of business.
Lounge meant bad singers. Sheryl Crow's a piece of ass, man. Oh, we had her on the show when she was a backup singer for Michael Jackson.
And she had a big blonde wig on or something.
I don't know,
different.
Man. She's hot.
Did you see her on the MTV Awards with the belly shirt?
Yeah.
Belly shirt.
I'd date her.
Great.
I'd go out on a date with her. I don't care what my wife says. I would.
Oh, there's certain people you just wouldn't even care what your wife says.
Yeah.
You just date them anyway.
Ashley Richardson, my new girlfriend. I was, oddly enough, Ashley Richardson did that whole tape about how she digs me.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just saw her on HBO yesterday afternoon. I was switching over between that and the OJ trial and the Colin Ferguson trial.
Yeah.
HBO had on one of those Sports Illustrated swimsuit shows.
Oh, really?
And Ashley Richardson's dancing around in a bathing suit. Hooga. Hey now. I'd date her.
You should.
I'm going to call her up and ask her out. I told my wife this morning as I left, I beat up my wife and then I went out and left and called Ashley Richardson. And I cut her throat.
I hope you don't disappoint Ashley. Yeah. You know how she said
she won't be disappointed.
She's liked people before, and they usually don't live up to
when she sees me naked, she'll be dying.
She can figure out how to answer the phone.
Yeah. She's not stupid.
I didn't say that.
Yeah, your wife's a genius.
I think she has children, though.
Does she really?
Yeah.
Ashley Richardson?
I'm almost sure she has a child.
How does she do that?
Guy gets it on with her, and then she has a kid.
It's the same way as everybody
And it
else.
comes out of the vagina?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. No, she does it like other women do?
Lucky kid.
I'll
figure that out.
Poopy. Poopie.
Faux pie.
Faux pie. Faux pie. Wah-wah-wappy.
Oh, the other thing about Whoopi in the movie is she plays a lesbian.
Oh, right. Gee, I can't imagine why.
It's funny you
Maybe
mentioned...
no guy wants her.
Because Outweek, or the Gay Advocate, did a whole article about how great it was that Whoopi's a lesbian, and they're almost trying to make it like she's one in real life, but she isn't.
Yeah, right. She's playing a lesbian Outweek. Big deal.
She's ours now.
We claim her as our own.
We claim her as our own. She's our gay DeSoto.
She came over.
You know why she's a lesbian in the movie? Drunken traveling salesman won't even look at her.
Now stop that. Whoopi has an attractive husband.
Yeah. As long as the cash keeps coming in.
And she got Ted dancing.
Yeah, ask her about all the attractive white guys she got before, when she was a welfare mom.
Ted dancing.
Yeah,
when she was homeless, Ted Dancer was banging on her box.
Yeah, right.
Cardboard box.
How did she get Ted dancing?
Ted Danson was temporarily insane. Yeah.
Hit him with a pipe.
Voodoo took him to Haiti, had him hypnotized.
I think he must have really fallen off that elephant in that movie.
She put powder in his face.
Yeah, hard to believe she made that lesbian leap. So she's in the lounge singing that crap, and some drunk going, "Hey, look at the pig who's singing." Hey, I think I'll be a lesbian.
Ruby has an unusual look.
Oh,
yeah.
Who's this?
I don't know. What's the next song?
Melissa Etheridge. I hate her so much.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. Just do. Everything.
You said you liked her singing that Janis Joplin song.
Yeah, that was good. And I liked her singing that Rod Stewart song. I just can't stand her.
Oh, okay.
I'm not saying she doesn't have talent.
I don't think that was Melissa.
That's not Bonnie Raitt?
I don't know. Oh, maybe it was. It's like a her too, Bonnie Raitt.
I like the way Bill Kennison says her name, Bonnie Raitt.
Yeah. Pronouncing every syllable way too much. Joan Armatrading's on this album. She's pretty good.
Oh, come on.
You don't like her?
Oh, she's good.
I mean, he always used to tell me, and I went out and bought a couple of those albums.
She's a genius.
Because
She's got,
he
like,
kept
2 good
telling
songs.
me that she was so great, and I still can't sit through an album.
She's great. She used to be, anyway. I don't know what she does
couldn't
now.
find those 2 albums.
Better than Whoopi.
Doesn't look like Whoopi.
I actually went to a Joan Armatrading concert. Seemed like there was a bunch of dykes in the audience. She's good. Come on. You don't dig her?
Yeah.
Can't get into it, huh?
Yeah.
She just never made any money, I guess.
No.
It seems that dykes like her and Nina Simone.
Well, she's not a dyke, Joan Armatrading.
I didn't say that. I said
dykes like her.
Music.
I think you said dykes like her.
No. Dykes
That's what I
like her
thought.
music. And Nina Simone. They're always playing those albums. And it was like, Nina Simone made albums?
I think Sheryl Crow is going to have one hit. It's that one song that she has to keep doing over and over again.
Yeah, that's driving me crazy.
She's going to get another one that's on the radio a lot.
What's that name of that song?
All I wanna do
is have some fun.
And the people in the car wash and Billy and hanging around.
And the car on Santa Monica Boulevard.
I think that's it for her. You know, she looks good, though. Here she is. She's rocking now.
Well, somebody.
And this will get wimp out real quick. You wait and see. When she starts singing, it's going to get real lame. That's 14.58, and her 15 minutes are just about up. Watch it getting real lame right here. Okay? I actually kind of like this song. You know this song? Who does this song, Fred?
It's on the Layla. Keep on
growing.
Oh, okay.
Great song.
I knew it was a
They're
song
ruining
I'd heard
it, but it's
before.
a great song.
That was a good song. Tell her to shut up. I'm telling you, that's it for her. Go back singing backup for Michael Jackson. Well, anyway.
I'm sorry I ruined it for you and guessed Whoopi.
You did. And I know there was something going on there.
There was nothing going
Not
on.
a soul in the room believes you got it.
Oh, you.
Let's take a break, and we'll be back right after these words.
You're listening to The Howard Stern Show. Stay right there. Call Howard on the Eagles toll-free line, 1-800-54-STERN. We're back with The Howard Stern Show. Here's Howard.
Who is that?
9 Inch.
That's 9 Inch Nails, right? Why don't I know that song?
You do.
I do?
I know it.
What song is that?
I don't know the names of all these songs, but this is...
I think it's from the first record.
Mm-hmm. Well, they're good. All right, so anyway, Patty Davis Reagan is promoting this porno video she just did.
Oh, I was wondering why she was here.
She says it's art, but it's porno.
Oh, she's Picasso.
I watched it.
She's Picasso.
You know why she thinks it's not porno?
Why?
Because
she's in it?
Well, she's in it. She's naked, running around. Guys are getting along with her and stuff. But she gives her philosophy, her personal philosophy in between the nudity.
Did you pull any of that personal
Yeah.
philosophy? Because I would love to know.
It's one of those things where, like...
What she's thinking.
Well, it's like one of those things where Playboy sits you down and starts interviewing you, and there's really nothing to say.
About anything. What are they asking her?
I mean, everyone wants to see her naked.
What is life?
Look at Patty. You look terrific. What? You were doing porno. Come on.
Porno.
Oh, listen to this. I saw it. That's porno, Patty.
You're supposed to be my friend.
Who said that?
What is this doll?
That's Jackie Puppet.
Hey, who's that?
That's Patty Davis Reagan.
I didn't recognize her with her clothes on.
It's Jackie Puppet. You haven't seen Jackie Puppet yet?
No.
Since you don't like Jackie, I had Jackie Puppet.
Yeah, we'll keep Jackie quiet with the puppet talk.
Hey, Daddy.
Pouting.
Daddy,
Sticking out his pouting.
Daddy, show me your cans. Come on.
Oh, stop that, Jackie.
Pick up your cup. Come on, you tell him.
He likes you. Jackie Puppet really likes you. Yeah, he's a big fan.
He watched the video twice.
He watched the video 2 times already.
I gotta keep my distance. I got crabs.
You better be careful.
Really loud.
Hey, Jackie, lower the... Jackie sabotaging you again, Patty. Putting up the high...
It's like it's bad enough that you give me this really nasty intro.
Have you seen... Well, come on, it's porno.
It's not porno!
It absolutely... You get mad at everything. Someone told me they saw Patty on... You know, she's doing a lot of press for the Playboy video. So she was on some... Uh-oh, she's giving me the look. It's a glaring look, right?
I think Jackie knows that look.
She gets mad at the drop of a hat.
No, I was already mad this morning.
Were you?
Actually.
Oh, yeah, I hear you're mad about... She's mad about something new.
What? Is she mad at you?
No, she's mad at Entertainment Tonight now.
Oh.
Yeah,
it was a nice piece they did on you.
The piece was great.
Yeah, it sold a lot of videos.
Yeah, but you know something?
What is that?
Shut up. Tell him to shut up.
She likes you. You like the video, right?
Tell your mother to stop.
No, Patty. Can we expect a mother-daughter video at some point?
Yeah, I'll pay for that.
Actually.
Is that right? Is there one in the works?
No, but actually, I mean, the
You look
piece
good
that
in the
they
video.
did, thank you.
Very nice body.
Thank you.
Nice ass.
So wait, I got to tell you this, though. I mean, the piece that they did, it was nice because I made it impossible for it not to be nice.
It was a nice piece. They promoted it.
What did Entertainment Tonight do to make you angry?
So wait, I'm getting to it. It's
Everyone.
Puppets and Howard would stop interrupting me.
Hey, Puppet, why don't you mellow out, man?
I'm being interrupted by a plastic person over there.
Will you be dabbling with any bestiality?
Oh, be quiet for a second. Let's hear the story.
Okay. No, I made it like impossible for them to do, you know, because I was talking about how I edited down the video and sent my mother the parts I really wanted her to see.
The philosophy parts. That's the funniest part. I'm gonna play that here. We're gonna listen to your philosophy.
What's wrong with it?
Oh, come on. Playboy sits you down in a chair. It's so funny. And they say to you, okay, come up with something, philosophy of life.
Oh, I'm sure they decide this beforehand, what they're going to talk about.
I don't know, but meanwhile, Patty's...
decided subjects, but
Patty's sitting in a chair. She got one leg crooked up. She's tugging at her shirt and stuff while she's telling her philosophy.
Oh, you are...
And I'm like, hey, show me what's doing, man. Get naked. Who wants to hear philosophy?
Excuse me, can I just tell my story here?
Well, Playboy has a weird philosophy. Like, they're like, well, okay, let someone give their philosophy. Because I remember when Jessica Hahn did her video.
No,
she gave her philosophy. I don't know what she was talking about.
Well, I didn't either. And that's why when I did it, I said, look, if we're going to do this, I would like the opportunity to say things that maybe I've said in the past but people haven't printed, and that
guy you're making out with in the video, did you get it on with him afterwards?
No.
Oh, come on, don't lie to me.
No.
This is Howie.
No, I would never lie to you.
Oh,
Wait, you haven't let me tell my story yet.
All right, go ahead. Why are you mad at Entertainment Tonight? Go ahead.
Because, I'd made it impossible for them to taint the piece in any way.
Uh-oh. Taint. Jackie Puppet goes crazy for taint.
It's a funny word.
Taint is a big word with the Jackie Puppet.
Don't say that word.
Taint refers to the piece of skin between one's vagina and buttocks. Because it taint the vagina.
I'd like to hear some more of your wisdom.
What?
I'd like to hear some more of her wisdom.
In what dictionary does it sort of... Okay, wait a minute. I'm going to tell this story.
Can Jackie Puppet be...
Sorry.
All right, go ahead. Why are you mad at Entertainment? All right, good. Barrel your way through.
Because they were going to run this piece on Friday, right? Then they go, no, we're going to air it on Monday. And I thought, okay, so Monday's my father's birthday. But still, I mean, I know what I did, and you know, I know that it was all about how my mother and I dealt with this all with humor, and it's, you know.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Your mother must be so pissed. You made them so angry. She loves to make her parents angry.
No,
that's why she wants to marry me. That's why Patty wants to marry me.
You know what? Excuse me.
Because if she brings me home to her parents,
that'll be it.
They will take her and throw her through a window. And
lock
me.
her up at that
It'd
point.
be such a great scene.
No, you know
if I dump my wife, I'm going to marry you, and we're going to go over and visit your parents, and we're going to piss them off.
It won't piss them off.
I walk in, believe me, they're going to be pissed off.
I don't think so. I think you're wrong.
That's her whole thing.
No, it's not my whole thing. And you know
not
what?
your whole thing.
This is like
I'm about to get it.
okay?
All right, go ahead. Give it to me. Go ahead.
I was yelling all night.
Were you really?
Yeah.
Take it out on me. Go ahead.
The producer of Entertainment Tonight, and he was going, oh, my God, I'm so sorry. And
Entertainment Tonight, there's fluff pieces.
This was not a fluff. The piece was fine, but how they introed it, here's John Tesh, who, by the way, is supposed to be a friend of mine. I mean,
friend, he's a puppet head.
Well, he does whatever they tell him. He's walking down the hallway. He's introing the piece. He's introing the piece, and they flash a picture of my father on the screen. They go, today is Ronald Reagan's 84th birthday, and boy, what a surprise does he have, his daughter in her birthday suit. And that's not what the piece. And then they do this whole piece about.
Oh, come on,
you know,
big deal.
No, it is a big deal.
No, it isn't. You're getting too crazy with this stuff.
I'm not.
It is a good birthday present. I mean, look, it's not a birthday present, but
reflect the piece.
But the guy has to get the audience intrigued.
They're trying. You know something?
Yeah.
People get intrigued by families coming back together and finding ways to deal with whatever their differences are.
No, they don't.
You know, it was a really positive story.
It was a good story.
Poisoned the minds of the jurors.
You are getting too
nuts.
nuts.
Watching the trial every day.
Hey, did you see Judge Ito looking at Patty's video between witnesses? That's what they have on that big screen. Yeah, on that little laptop, that IBM laptop. That's what he keeps on there.
So when I was yelling at the producer last night, and he was going, I'm really sorry, I don't know who wrote that. I don't know who wrote that. I don't know who wrote that intro.
I sent that into
and I said, not as sorry as you're going to be tomorrow morning, because I'm doing Howard tomorrow morning.
So you're really pissed off at that?
I am, because you know something? When I did extra bend over backwards to be tasteful and to be sympathetic to the fact that my family has really come together. I mean,
have they really?
Yes.
So I guess I guess marrying me is out of the question.
I mean, my mother was in New York a couple weeks ago. Thank you.
You look real cute today.
I do. My eyes are all puffy. I was yelling all night.
What did you say, Jackie?
You look good when you're pissed. You really do.
I do, but my eyes are all puffy. They look like yours, Howard.
No,
what did you do with your hemorrhoids?
Howard,
what did you say?
What did you do with your hemorrhoids? I saw you without your pants on.
Oh, yeah. Ignore the puppet. Ignore it.
The puppet is trying to interview you. I have to compete with puppets. Have you and Jackie made up? I know the real Jackie, not Jackie Puppet. I know Jackie had offended you at the... He came up and told like a Ronald Reagan Alzheimer's joke to Patty.
Tell me, come on.
Right after it was announced.
Right when it was announced, and Patty let him have it. I wish I'd been there. I'm sorry I missed it.
You know something? I didn't get angry at him because I was too
upset. If you want to get angry at him now, you can. That'd be good.
What we made up on the phone when you called us.
Yeah, but you know what? A lot of the anger's resurfacing. I don't think Patty can forgive you.
So busy being angry at so many other people, I don't think there's room for me.
No, I'm not angry at other people. I'm just angry at someone who...
Jackie was in very poor taste that night. Even I scolded him.
I know.
That's right.
I know.
I admitted I was wrong.
Came to your defense, baby.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh, look at you.
You are so naked in that video. Jesus Christ.
Really? If you're going to do it, then I think you should do it, you know?
And it's like a lot of weird stuff going on.
Well, no, you want to hear something funny? You know, the power plant scene, the whole futuristic thing?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Apparently, the casting agency that got those extras there, the soldier kind of guys, you know, I think they didn't tell them what they were there for. And so after I did this whole striptease right in front of these extras, one guy walked off, and we took a dinner break at like midnight or something. This was an 18-hour day, so we're sitting out, and this guy walks out, and he's not in costume anymore. He says to the producer, I'm leaving. I'm disgusted at this. I'm leaving. And I said, what is going on here? And he had come out to the makeup trailer when I started doing the striptease, and he said, I can't believe what's going on in there. And they said, what do you think was... He said, I'm a born-again Christian. Oh, and this is revolting to me. And they said, what did you think you were here for? And he said, a hair infomercial.
A hair infomercial? Really? Yeah, wow.
What is I'm a born-again Christian, and this is terrible, and I'm leaving, and you don't even have to pay me.
Really?
And he left.
What is it, Jackie Puppet?
Pubic hair infomercial.
You did shave down pretty good for the...
When you get mad, do your ass cheeks get flushed too?
Yes. Anyway, Patty.
Ow.
Jackie Puppet's cracking himself up.
So now that you're...
Giving a headache.
I know. It's a one-man show. He's passing... What? You love her, right?
I got a pine cone in my pants.
You wish.
Well, he's made out of wood, so he gets a pine cone.
This is why Jackie designed a puppet after himself so he could have wood in his pants?
Yeah, no, this is so he could write lines for the puppet and say everything that he can't say to you through your face. Anyway, so, Patty.
Jackie's never going to say anything to me again. I'm so intimidated.
You are looking at one.
Hey, you know, I dig that. I dig that.
They look like rabbits.
Jackie.
I'm into that. I was digging that.
Yeah.
I do a lot of weird stuff to those.
Would you?
Oh, you bet.
Uh-oh, here we're going. Howard.
You'd be hanging from the ceiling with those. You wouldn't know what would happen to you with those things.
Yeah?
Oh. I didn't realize what was going on under that shirt.
So what is her philosophy? I don't
all right.
know that.
What is it, Gary? Jackie Puppet, quiet down.
On that last comment about Patty's anatomy, you're absolutely right, because we were watching the video, and we had like a crowd around. Everyone was like, whoa.
Yeah.
But it's in a good way.
That got a big reaction, huh?
Yeah.
I didn't know. I had the guys from E and everybody. We appreciated everything.
I like the way you shave your pubic hair, too.
Well, how does she do that?
It's just fine. Looks like a Ricky Ricardo mustache.
Thin line.
It's a thin line. You hardly have any hair down there.
It's not a thin line like some of the girls that...
And you oiled yourself up? I saw what was going on there. You were all oiled.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I see what you were up to.
Bodybuilder muscle thing.
Yeah.
I work on these muscles. I'm going to oil them up.
And at one point, Patty does posing, like classic posing, like the classical music.
Pose?
Yeah, the classical music and stuff. And then she starts kickboxing, and then all of a sudden she's naked.
Not while I'm kickboxing. Let's not feed that rumor.
It's cut in with.
Yeah, there are fast intercuts in there, but I'm not actually kickboxing in the nude. Another rumor that Entertainment Tonight is responsible for.
And then you have some.
I'm going to destroy the show.
Don't worry about
By
that.
the time I leave here today.
And John Tesh has nothing to do with it. He's a puppet head. He just reads whatever they write.
Yeah, but wait a minute. He's not that much of a wimp.
He is. He is. Yeah, he's very stupid. He admits that. So don't blame him.
All he cares about now is that he's married to Connie Selica. That's all he cares about.
I'd like to see the ideas they rejected for that Patty Davis video. So anyway, Playboy put out the Patty Davis naked video. Yeah. And it's pretty close to porno.
Oh, stop it.
Why are you calling it porno? Is there
porno?
So you didn't show it to your mother? You got to send that to your mother. Send her the whole damn thing. It'll drive her right over the edge.
No.
Let's drive her over the edge, me and you.
No, let's not.
Come on. You know you want to. You know you want to rebel. You done rebelling?
See, you're going to have to change your tune now, because my mother was here a couple weeks ago. We hung out.
Really?
Yeah.
And how's your father doing? Is your father okay?
He's doing fine, thanks. I'm not going to talk in detail.
I'm just asking if he's okay.
Okay.
Boy, you really have changed. Now all of a sudden she's protecting her parents.
Yeah, I know.
It used to be more fun when you were, against them. I like that better.
Well,
hey, you got to roll with it, Howard. Things change.
That was more
people
fun.
Change.
His birthday was yesterday. Did there was a celebration or anything for him at home or anything?
Patty wouldn't go to that.
Oh, stop it.
Well, I was here. I am going out back at the end toward the end of the month.
Bring me with you, man. It'll piss them off. It'll piss them off.
You know something?
Your father will take you, throw you right out the window.
You know what? If I can grow up enough to get off rebelling against my parents, you can grow up enough to get off rebelling against my parents.
Hey, I'm the one. Who's the one who told you to make up with your parents? Who's the one who told you to make up with your parents?
You.
Yeah,
it's all.
You're not going to get any money. Your parents are worth $50 million. Your father's got tons of dough. He spoke to the Japanese for $12 million or something. You're in for the mother load. Don't screw that up. Don't let the adopted kids get that money.
See how he just,
There's only one adopted kid.
No, two of them are adopted.
No.
Maureen is adopted.
Maureen is his biological child.
Yeah, but with the other one. The one he doesn't like.
With, what's her name, right?
Yeah, Jane Wyman. He never liked her. If he liked her, why'd he leave her?
Maureen's not adopted.
That's still his child.
Yeah, but half child.
Oh, no, full child.
Well.
It's Patty's half-sister.
Yeah, but it's from Jane Wyman's vagina.
Oh.
And that's not cool, right? You don't like Maureen, do you?
Maureen and I are getting along great.
What's going on with you? You take your clothes off in a video and you're going nuts. What happened to the fire? What happened to you?
You know what?
I think it was like the Stepford Wives. They got a hold of her and put a robot in her head.
No.
You used to be so angry.
Well, obviously, I still find things to get angry about.
So you like Maureen now? And what about the adopted guy?
Michael.
Michael, him you hate, right?
Well,
Thank you. Thank you.
I don't hate him. No, I don't
Really?
hate him. But, I mean, he's trying to be the next Rush Limbaugh, so we don't have a lot to talk
Oh,
about.
I hear you.
I'd like to
In
see
fact,
Jane Wyman on drugs.
at
What?
Christmas,
I'd like to see
in
Jane
fact,
Wyman.
shut up.
Yeah? You'd like to see
Give me
Jane?
your puppet.
Yeah.
Michael said, so, you doing Howard again? And I said, well, yeah, I think I'm going to be doing him soon, you know.
Yeah,
for my-
she's
for my
going to be
video,
doing me right in front of the whole family. That's right.
Oh.
He didn't
He's
like it.
No.
And you liked pissing him off, didn't you?
Well,
You dug it. You dug it. You dug
he's
rebelling.
conservative. You know, he wants to be the next Rush Limbaugh.
Well, he wants to be your dad, but meanwhile he can't be because he's just, he's
No, he
he's
wants
adopted.
to be the next Rush Limbaugh. I don't think Rush Limbaugh is
Right, he does
into
his
Nazi territory.
There you go.
know?
There you go. But I'll bet you, this Michael and Maureen got the parents all kind of Christmas gifts.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Well, you know they're always right there.
Oh, yeah. They're right in the will.
We all
I don't know
got
about you. I don't know if you're in the will. You got to work your way back in, my darling.
I mean, you'd think Maureen was...
You going to let Maureen walk off with all the cash? Do you have trust funds?
That's none of your business.
Oh, I think it is.
No,
I'm going to be
think it's
taken up
not.
with you. I better know what I'm going to be getting.
No. Well, you know
have
what?
a trust fund, and you could be in for the mother load. Don't blow it. Get in there. You get into. You're entitled to equal to Maureen and certainly to the adopted guy. And I don't know what your brother's. Ron is out of the will.
You have it's like all worked out, don't you?
Oh, I know everything, and I'm right, aren't I?
No.
Oh, yes, I am.
No.
But you think Maureen was
No,
Nancy's
you're not.
daughter.
Running around naked. Let your mother see that naked video. One last hurrah.
She knows that obviously she knows there's nudity in it because I edited it down and got 15 minutes out that I wanted her to see.
All right, you want to hear Patty's? You want to hear Patty's philosophy?
Yes,
Let me
I
take
do.
a break. That'll give me a chance to squeeze Patty's ass during the commercial. Right, Jackie Puppet?
Take off your top, please. I can hang my coat.
Actually, I could take off my top and you still wouldn't see anything because I have my workout clothes under here.
Let me see what's underneath.
Still hang my coat on them.
What do you got under there? Look how fat. Look at that stomach.
Because I'm leaving here and going kickboxing, and I'm going to paint a little Jackie face.
What's with
on
that
the-
kickboxing?
What?
You're really into that, huh?
Yeah.
You
I
think you
am.
could beat up a guy?
I know I could.
Really?
Yeah. Yep. Want to try?
I'm a brown belt in karate. I don't think you.
You are not.
I am too.
You are not.
I am too.
If you were a brown belt in
Tell her,
karate,
Robin.
your stomach would be flatter and not have as much fat on it.
Nah, you'd be surprised. I'm more in the sumo category. Right? Yeah.
The Steven Seagal school. Oh, yeah.
The guy that taught me had a whole big roll of fat on his belly. I'm just emulating him. But
You know why she has to leave at 8:15? I
Why?
thought she was going to say, I got to do Kathy and Regis. She has to go pick up her gloves because she has to go boxing.
yeah, that's what she said.
That's one of the more exciting parts of the video.
What's the kickboxing?
You like
Yeah,
that.
because she lifts up her leg and you think you could.
And she kicks the crap out of guys.
Yeah, but that's only.
That was my
movies.
that was my first teacher in California in the video.
All right, let me take a break. I'm going to play your philosophy when we get back. Jackie Papa can ask you a
Why don't you
philosophy.
take off your clothes and box me with your taint?
You got them all worked up. The video was successful. Look, you got a puppet going. When you shot the video, did you get horny?
No.
Really?
You always ask me things like this. No.
When's the last time you got laid?
A long time ago.
Really? What's
Yeah.
going on with you?
I'm waiting for you, Howard.
Yeah. Oh, come on. Where you staying today? After your boxing, I'll shower down. I'll do you. I'll put you
Well,
out
I
of your
live in
misery.
the city now.
Do you
so,
really?
Yeah.
Maybe I'll stop by. Just don't tell my
okay.
wife, okay?
Okay.
Looking for someone who can keep their mouth shut.
Okay.
But she'll get angry at me and tell my wife.
Then you're in trouble.
Yeah. Thanks. Really? It's been a while, huh?
It's been a long time, yes. Yes, it has.
So your parents probably like that. You're not going out and having sex.
Well, I don't know that they like it. I think that they
Admit the tape, though, does piss them off. I mean, that's got to piss them off. I mean, that's ultimate rebellion. Going around naked
But
with
it's not.
with guys and stuff. You know.
Well, she's already done Playboy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is porno.
It is not porno.
It is. You're with guys. You're making out with them naked. I saw what's going on in that video.
I was kissing them.
Let's
but
show
they
Robin
were
what you were doing.
R-rated. I was kissing
Come over
them,
here. I'm
but
going to show you what you were doing to that guy. I want to show Robin. You tell me if it's porno.
It's not porno because nothing below the neck was going on, and in porno films, come on, Howard,
All
you've
right,
seen
so
enough.
it's softcore. It's softcore porn.
Oh.
Give me that. Give me that. Admit that.
No.
You won't admit it.
No.
You're in denial. All right, let me take a break. She is denial, right?
Thank you, Sigmund
Hey,
Freud.
wasn't it? Hey, Jackie Puppet, you saw it.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that porno? What?
Woody.
I think the word.
What is that?
I think the word feminists like to use is erotica.
Oh, erotica. Yeah, but guys buy it. I don't care what feminists say. That's guys are going to buy that, not women.
Yeah.
All right, when we come back, we're going to hear Patty's philosophy.
Do you like woodpeckers?
And anyway, and then I want to hear more about what's going on with
I'm going to turn that puppet into kindling by the
Are
time
you really?
I leave here.
Yeah, let me take your temperature with my tongue.
You really like her, huh?
Good doodle-doo.
So when you were making out with those guys and you're naked, didn't they get aroused?
No.
Oh, come on.
Yeah. My ass.
You know why? Because it's like, I mean, you're thinking of so many different... You're thinking of how it looks on camera.
Really?
Plus, the scene in Hawaii in the ocean, we were trying to not get washed out to sea.
Oh, is that right?
The waves were coming in, and we were literally, it was like, we were getting sand in our eyes, and the waves were getting really strong.
Tell it to the Marines.
Come on over and rub up against me, like you did in the video to those guys.
Rub!
You know you want to. Yeah, exactly. All right, I'll do that when you leave. That'll be good. Okay, we'll take a break. I want you to hear Patty's philosophy.
I do want to hear it.
This is where Playboy says, you know, we're going to take a couple of minutes break, so from seeing you naked, so you give us your philosophy, and they put you on the spot, and you got to just like stretch out a whole bunch of things that really there's nothing to say. I mean, do you have a philosophy? I don't.
Oh, please, Howard.
Who has a philosophy?
You're spouting your philosophy all day long.
Thank you.
Yeah, but I mean, you know. Right.
I have like 10 minutes of my philosophy. You have from 6 in the morning to 11.
Nah, come
5
on.
days a week in your philosophy.
All right, wait till you hear this. We'll come back right after these
You wrote a
words.
whole book, Howard. Now all of a sudden he doesn't have a philosophy.
Right.
By the
I
way,
have nothing to say.
Playboy Celebrity Centerfold video. Patty will be signing her video on February 9th this Thursday at Coconuts on 6th Avenue and 51st Street from noon to 2 p.m. And she'll probably wear no bra. So you could look at that right after these
No,
words.
I always wear a bra, Howard.
Right.
We'll return to the Howard Stern Show after these messages. 97.1, The Eagle.
8:13 at The Eagle. This is Brad Bax. It's 8:18 at 97.1 The Eagle.
Howard Stern Morning. You're rock all day. 97.1 The Eagle. We're back with the Howard Stern Show.
I feel pretty good. My handprints are on Patty's ass. Me and Jackie Puppet double-teamed her during the commercial.
This says that Chuck Norris revealed his engagement on your radio show?
That was yesterday. That is right. Yes, all the big stars come in here. Do you want to reveal something?
Do you have a scoop for us?
Do you have something you want to tell us?
Yeah, Jackie and I are getting married.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Do you like the filthy bologna?
What is
The
that?
dirty sausage?
She said she likes that.
Okay, forget it. Engagement.
You know what, Jackie? Let me just
It was a momentary thing.
Hey, Jackie Puppet, let me just say something. I've already asked those questions. Ask something new.
Do you get juicy when you get angry?
All right, very good. You're a great interviewer, you know that? So, Patty, you have put out this video called Playboy Celebrity Centerfold, Patty Davis Reagan, President Reagan's renegade daughter, rebel.
Yeah, you know something, though? This is how cool Playboy is.
Right.
They just used, that was the magazine cover, the renegade daughter thing.
Yeah.
You know, and they decided to use that for the box cover, and since everything has sort of changed in my relationship with my family, when they go back to do more box covers, renegade daughter won't be on there.
Oh, is that right? Are you upset that it's on there?
No. I just called them and I said, you know,
at the time you were renegade.
Yeah, I said it was like I barely even noticed it on the magazine, you know.
How can your parents be sure you're not still the renegade? Maybe this is a temporary act, and maybe you'll go back to being renegade. Maybe Playboy shouldn't reprint those boxes.
Well, you know
so
something.
fast.
I think under the strictest definitions, you could probably say that nudity in the context of my family is sort of renegade behavior. But I think what's very cool is that my parents are going, yeah, okay, so that's a part of her life that, you know, maybe we're not crazy about, but we're all okay with it.
You know what I think?
What?
I think that you've been so difficult with them for so long
that
they're ready to accept anything. You know what I mean? They're they're browbeaten. Yeah, they're beaten down is what I'm trying to say.
I think we've all been through. You know, we've been through what we've been through.
Patty was so busy rebelling for so many years and making her parents nuts because they're, you know, a father's at home like, what the hell is she rebelling about? And you know, and Nancy's going, I don't know, I don't understand, I don't know what I did wrong. And he's like, I don't know either.
You know,
and
you're right.
I know. And then all of a sudden, now that the daughter's willing to come home, they'll accept anything.
It's just nice to have her back.
Right. If you were in Porno with goats, they would be like, you know what? She's in Porno with goats. Let's That's one aspect of her life.
I think that would probably cross the line.
That's one aspect of her life we have to accept, or else we'll never get our little girl back.
Ronnie, let's not think about that.
I mean, I think
so you can get away with anything.
You're closer to the truth here than you generally are, Howard.
Absolutely. I might have stumbled onto the truth after years of being wrong.
Oh my God!
That's exactly what's going on. So now you can walk into the house.
I think I have been.
You could walk into the house. You could walk into the middle of the house, make a duty on the carpet, and your father and mother would go, no, listen, and they would say, all right, that's our girl. That's our girl. We have to accept it.
I don't think so. They probably think that I've been coming in here hanging around with Jackie and his puppet too much.
No, if you walked in the house with me as your boyfriend,
yes,
and your father would be like, oh my God, and then your mother would be like, oh my God, this is horrible. Well,
my mother would go, oh my God, this is horrible because he's married.
Right. No. Let's say I'm single. Let's say that my wife died after she was stabbed, but her neck was cut off.
Stop it.
Right.
With your wife dying.
Well,
I
she
don't
could
like
die
it when you do that.
Well, no, I'm saying if my wife died, I have to date, don't I?
But you're always talking about
I have to get over it.
I don't like you putting that out there.
What do you mean if I put it out there? What if she gets cancer and dies?
You're always talking about, isn't he, Robin?
Yeah, he's killed her off many, many times.
I know, but I don't think that's good. It's like,
well, it's my wife. I'll do what I want, okay?
Oh, excuse me. Okay. It's my wife. I'll do what I want.
You still smoke weed?
Your property.
No, I haven't smoked.
You don't smoke weed?
No, not in like...
Get some weed.
No, not in like...
Really?
15 years.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I'll get you back into that.
You don't either.
No, I might start again.
You have your rice cakes and your...
All right, let's hear your philosophy.
Tuna with water.
Okay. This is Patty.
All right, I want to hear what she has to say.
All right.
Robin, you better be nice to me.
This is Patty. I'm being rebellious. All right.
I also think that earlier on, that sort of divided way of looking...
Now, she's on the couch, and she's got like her legs up in the air.
And she's dressed, though.
She's dressed,
This
but...
is not naked philosophy.
Yeah, but you're sitting there going, shut up and let's get naked.
About tuna?
No, not about tuna.
Looking at it led to a lot of anger and a lot of rebelliousness.
I like the music.
I do plead guilty to having been rebellious in my life, although much of what is judged as rebellion now is more a matter of making strong choices, which sometimes happen to be controversial. The irony is...
See, I'm already like, what the hell is Patty talking about? When is she going to take her clothes off? What, you know what she's talking about?
Actually, I wasn't sitting on the couch then. That was a voiceover for the beginning of the Power.
Oh, is that where that is?
That's where the music is, because I'm running up to the thing. And
All right, I don't have it memorized yet.
Well,
I will.
You should.
I know. And that's her family playing the instruments behind her. That's how together they are now. You're right. What is that, Jackie?
That's the only funny thing you said all morning.
Wolf with naked boobs.
What'd you say?
It's like Peter the Wolf with naked boobs.
I was raised to stand up for what I feel is right, and oftentimes doing that is what gets me in the most trouble.
See? Philosophy. Playboy always gets you doing philosophy.
She's a nude Confucius. You should teach a class in philosophy at Vagina University.
Oh, you.
Vagina, It's like being in a frat house.
I know.
I think, therefore I'm nude.
But you got to do something. They got to show the woman's personality. I think
she's explaining herself.
Yeah, Patty has to explain herself.
Hey, who chose the music, Marley Madeline?
All right, let me hear Patty on feminism. All right, on feminism. That's a good topic. Here's Patty Davis Reagan.
Feminism is supposed to be about choice. It's supposed to be about doing whatever you want to do in your life, whether it's go to war or
piss your parents off.
Naked.
Right.
So I have actually no patience with women who would criticize me or anybody else.
You have a lot of opinions.
Yeah. Oh, this is great.
Excuse me, right Mr. Opinion King of America.
Well, you have to understand, he's now into Ashley Richardson. He wants a girl with no opinion.
Yeah, I'm dating her now.
Who's Ashley Richardson?
She's a supermodel who digs me. I just found out.
Oh, and she has no opinions?
I don't care if she has any opinions, quite frankly.
I like your philosophy.
Oh,
thank you.
I enjoyed it very much. It gave me some time to go fetch some tissues.
Jackie Puppet.
Is that right?
I believe it was Kierkegaard who said, shave those pubes.
How come the puppet's teeth are better than yours, Jackie? They are. Look,
Jackie
they
said,
look like a commercial.
Jackie said before Patty came in, if the Jackie Puppet's here, Patty will start blaming Jackie for the and start attacking him. And sure enough, it happened.
Right away, too, right?
Countrymen,
I'm trying to
get me your boners.
I'm trying to hear some philosophy, Jackie.
Yeah, philosophy. I'm giving you philosophy.
All right. I'm sorry. I apologize for him, Patty.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Oh, he's so deciding to pose naked because it's what I chose to do, and I have a right to do that.
I dig that. What do you get for that? About $100,000?
I'm not telling you what I got.
I bet you it was $100,000.
Less than you get paid, Howard.
$100,000 did you get for that?
I can't tell you.
Jessica probably got about 100.
I can't tell you.
You're the president's daughter, though. You should get 300.
Yeah. Well, I think I should get 300
you get
million.
You get percentage of the gross?
Yes.
Thank God.
Because you know why? You know why?
Because I told you.
You told me to.
You're damn right.
Because when I was first talking to them, you told me that.
You better let me review that contract.
Oh, okay. I'll send it right over.
All right. I'll hold Playboy right into court.
Oh, God.
Points. Go for the points.
Right. Even Jackie Puppet knows that as bad as his career.
Points.
Well, it's because
you gotta
we heard
go for
you
a good
say
back end, too.
Yeah.
That's because we all listen to your philosophy, Howard, and then
Points.
we remold our lives around
Right.
your philosophy.
What guarantees do you have that Playboy won't lie to you about how many tapes you sold?
You know what? Playboy has been really good to me, and they haven't lied to me about anything.
You're giving him a heart attack.
Ow. 300,000.
No, Playboy's been really good to me.
You have a guaranteed accounting in your contract?
A what?
A guarantee? You have a guarantee?
Tell her about that part.
Oh,
I'm sorry, this is too complicated.
I told her to call me.
Before I go kickboxing. I haven't punched yet, so I
You'll be plenty angry when I see that contract and take what's wrong with it. What is it?
300,000. That's 100,000 per input.
What? What?
Talking about?
You just be quiet, Jackie. I think that we have a lot of work to do as women on what we call feminism these days, because what I see happening is we're exchanging one kind of tyranny for another.
True.
We're dictating to one another in the same way that men used to.
Get those clothes off. Enough philosophy. Take it off. Let's see that body.
Let me stick my tongue down your throat and stir your breakfast.
All right. Well, obviously you've worked up a lot of people in the room with your new video. A lot of steam.
Well, you enjoyed it, didn't you, Howard?
What?
Her video.
I did. I watched the whole thing.
Good.
Yep. All the nudity. I fast-forwarded through the philosophy, I got to admit.
Oh.
I did. Oh, that's my, I'm very coarse. Other guys like philosophy. Jackie Puppet liked the philosophy. Gave him time to get a tissue.
Look, I have no patience with women either. Strip, honey.
I tell you, that
oh, boy.
Oh, what is that, Jackie?
Feminism.
Okay.
It's a good thing it's only a puppet.
When
it would
did this
never
puppet thing start?
Oh, don't ask.
It would never survive as a human being.
You laugh at feminism, huh? Well, Patty, you're very feministic, right? All right, save that answer for the next video. Listen, Patty.
Yes.
Congratulations on your new video. It actually is very erotic. It is. I think it is softcore porno, and I don't say that in a negative way. I think more feminists ought to do softcore porno. It would be a lot nicer world. Like Robin and I are working out a softcore porno.
It would contribute to world peace, right?
Absolutely, and I predict this will be a very big seller.
I hope so.
A lot of people like to see you run around naked in the jungle like you did.
Yeah, that was pretty cool, huh?
So where'd you shoot that?
Maui.
Maui?
Mm-hmm.
That's smart. You do a jungle scene, you get them to fly you to Maui.
Sure. See?
That's
problem
smart.
there.
Now that you thought out.
Yeah.
And you're also in there with a couple of guys, and they're making out with you in junk.
Sort of.
Yep. And there it is, Patty Davis Reagan.
Yeah.
And it's in the stores now, and if you want to meet Patty, Patty will be signing her video on February 9th, this Thursday, at Coconuts on 6th Avenue and 51st Street from noon to 2 p.m. And she's no longer rebelling against her parents. Now she's very much with them.
all over.
And Howard's going to be at my signing, too.
I would have liked to have...
I've got a lot of people there.
I would have liked to have seen how you got together with your parents.
You would have put the parents in the video?
Yes, I would have.
Oh.
If I was Playboy, I would have forced her to put both her parents in the video. And she should get undressed in front of her parents.
Oh, no, you know something?
That's what I would have done.
No, you know what? I got to tell you something really cute.
Imagine you got naked in front of the president and his wife. Do you know how wild that would have been?
Is that the sickest thing you've ever heard?
Yes.
And then it would have, put you in a diaper and had them change you.
Wait, I got to tell you something really cute, though.
Diaper.
And I would have chained you to the bed, and I would have made love to you in front of your parents.
I got to tell you something really funny, though.
What?
When my mother and I were talking about, the video and...
When's all this talk going
on? What
on?
did you show her?
I talk to her every day on the phone.
You do?
Yeah.
What the hell's going on?
But what
Really?
part? You said she cut out the part she wanted her mother to see, and you showed them.
I took all the philosophy parts, Howard.
Sent that.
And the kickboxing and the power plant scene up to the striptease.
Anywhere she had clothes.
But so my mother and I, we were talking about the video coming out, and I think we're actually talking about Entertainment Tonight before it aired and all that stuff. And she said, well, she said, I just want to tell you that if Playboy wants me to pose, you have the right to decline for me.
Really?
I'm really flattered, but
she has a very good body.
You can speak for me and decline. I just thought it was really cute.
Hey, let's call your mom. Come on, now that you get along with her, does she want to introduce you to me?
5:30 in the morning here.
Come on, let's call your mother.
No.
What's all this? So, did you start breaking down and crying and stuff when you called your mom? Did you fall to pieces? Oh, mommy, I'm so sorry.
No, I just told her if she wanted to hear crying, she could call into your show and hear you guys.
What happened? Was it real emotional and everything? Were you crying?
In moments. I mean, we've pretty much worked through everything,
Really?
I mean...
I would have liked to have been on that. Were you nude when you called her?
No, I'll tell you something briefly because I have to go.
Oh, she's getting fed up with me. Come on.
No, when my mother came into New York a few months ago, actually before my father's letter came out.
So would you go to Bloomingdale's for lunch or something?
No, I went over to her hotel room to talk to her, and I really didn't know what was going to happen.
And you must have been nervous. Did you have butterflies?
Was that the first time?
It was the first time I'd seen her in a while. Yeah, it was the first time we talked in a while. And I
did
went
you
over
have
there
that nauseous feeling?
Shut up!
Oh, come on. Did you have a nauseous feeling in your stomach? I would have.
I was nervous. I didn't know what was, I felt like I should do this, but I didn't know how it was going to turn out. I thought, we could get mad at each other. I could leave in 5 minutes.
Right.
And I went in at, I think 10:30 in the morning or something, and I didn't leave there till 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Cool.
It was when she did her lecture that night. I went to her lecture where she made the comment about Oliver North.
Right.
It was that day.
So, and you talked for a whole bunch of hours, and she was finally behaving herself around you, not giving you a hassle?
You know what?
She was on good behavior.
I think
She knew
both had...
She knew how to treat you with respect.
I think we both treated each other with respect.
You taught them a lesson. You are a renegade. Did you two kiss on the lips? Hello?
Oh.
On the lips? No.
No?
Mommy, I'm going to be nude. Any suggestions?
I say that for you, Howard.
I would have liked to have been in the room for that makeup scene. They should have hid a camera in there. That would have been good.
I have to go.
Did you hide a camera in there?
No.
All right, come here and hug me goodbye. Okay. Come on.
Oh, on camera, right?
Yeah, come on. Let me squeeze your ass.
I just want to
squeeze your ass. Let me see how tight it is. Let me squeeze your ass and see how tight it is.
Okay.
All right, go. Ooh. Yeah. There you go.
What? Jealous, Jackie?
Oh, I would love to squeeze Howard's ass.
And he has.
Jackie, you get the puppet.
Come on, if you're going to be in shape, you might as well get your ass squeezed. Come here.
That's awesome.
Wow. Ooh, did you just pass one?
Oh, stop that.
Wow.
That was a puppet.
Hey.
I don't do crude things like that.
Hey, these hands haven't left his butt.
Hey, do you think Bush's daughter will show Bush?
I'll be quiet. All right, Patty, I'll see you.
Look on.
Bye.
Look on the puppets, mister.
Hold my leg up.
Don't hump the president's daughter.
Oh, I forgot. It's the president's daughter. I can't do that. Oh, I'm a little around.
First hump.
Yeah.
Look, your chest muscles. You've really been working out.
Damn right I have. Yeah, she's got the look of love.
Well, she likes it when you have a nice hard body.
Yeah. I try and stay in shape for you, baby.
I know. Because I teased you before about when you did your thing coming down with
that fart man thing.
Prosthetic stomach.
That's right.
That's pretty good.
You're damn right.
Almost as good as mine.
Yeah, you got pretty muscular arms for a babe. Yes, you do. All right,
babe.
Patty Davis Reagan, go buy her video on Playboy right now. Take a break so I can nurse my Woody.
Oh, dude.
Hey,
let's return to the Howard Stern Show.
So we better do this quick because Patty's running out the door to go kickboxing, but there's some lady on the phone.
Who is this woman?
I don't know. There's some listener who wants to yell at Patty.
Hi.
Hello?
Hello.
What's the matter? You want to yell at Patty?
It's not that I want to yell at her. It's just that, I admire the fact that she did what she wanted to do in life, all right?
Yeah.
But I got to tell you, her father was the biggest sellout. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Who would really want to see her mammary glands if...
Are you drunk?
Yeah.
You've been drinking.
But anyway...
So,
are
Patty,
you jealous because nobody wants to see your mammary gland?
My mammary glands
You're just jealous.
are fine.
You're jealous
but
that you
nobody
can't
Why do you say I'm jealous of her mammary glands?
Hey, Patty, yell at her.
Why do you
know why? And she seems to be doing such a good job of embarrassing herself.
Wait, Robin.
I was Patty.
Wait, Robin.
That was Patty.
I admire her for her fortitude.
Is this Maureen?
Oh,
No.
Who has a name like Maureen?
All right, yeah, but you sound like you're jealous of Patty. You wish you could take your clothes off and get some money.
Can I tell you what my big problem is? And
Well,
it's
tell
nothing
us.
to do with her.
Your problem might be alcohol.
It's 20 of 9 in the morning and you're drunk?
Huh?
It's 20 of 9 in the morning and you've been drinking and you're criticizing me?
No. I am not drunk right now. I have a problem with the fact that it's not her fault. I realize that. But I'm saying she seems like she's strong enough to not have to live off her father's reputation.
Oh, give me a break.
She's living off her father's reputation.
What is your problem? Why don't you go to sleep? Sleep it off.
No.
You know what? I was born to the people I was born to, and I'm
lied.
proud of them. And I don't want to do this. I'm getting late for kickboxing. I
really?
listen to a drunk woman
right,
who doesn't even make any sense and can't even get her voice out.
Hello?
You called me back.
Wait a second, here's her husband.
Howard.
Hey, is that the rag you date?
God.
Yeah, that's that horrible girl I date.
All right, so go get her in line.
Hey, can I just tell you something, Howard?
What?
I see Stuttering John with his new haircut.
Yeah?
And you could say that his rock and roll image is gone, huh?
Yes. All right,
Oh,
forget
boy.
it.
They're
Okay,
all
Pat.
over the place.
Hey, I thought that would be fun.
Thanks for bringing me back in her, Howard, for that. I'm late for kickboxing now because I had to listen to
stop
Mutton
it.
Jeff.
You're going to be kickboxing forever. What do you mean? What do you have, like a specific appointment to kickbox?
Yeah.
And you have an opponent?
I have a trainer.
And what do? You just, for an hour, you beat him up?
Punch and kick.
Oh.
Ouch.
Well, it works. That's your whole exercise? And you do
I
weights?
do weights and I run.
No kidding. What does that take, a couple hours a day?
If I go running, I usually end up working out a couple hours. Obviously, I can't run when it's 6
When am I
below.
going to have some time to work out?
I know. Well, I get up at,
I hope you kicked your trainer in the nuts. Go ahead. Get your leg up
really
high.
work him over today. You got a lot of aggression. Get
Hit
it
him in the
out.
nuts. See you, Patty. It's Patty. Having a fun time. She's horny.
Looks good.
Yeah. Jackie Puppet, you liked her, huh?
Shoot, yeah.
I should get her and Chuck Norris together. Let them challenge each other.
Well, now Chuck's doing that thing where he jumps on you and smothers you, right?
Yeah. What is it, Fafa Foley? Oh, go to commercial? I wasn't going to go to commercial. Oh, should I go to commercial? Do I need to go to commercial?
We probably should.
Yeah. Okay.
Probably we should have talked to that drunk lady by herself. She sounded interesting.
Yeah. Patty didn't know how to handle it.
She was good drunk.
Honey, you've been drinking? You had a few beers, didn't you? And you're just jealous of her because you can't.
Wait a minute.
You're jealous because you can't be naked in the magazine. All right, let's take a break. We'll be back right after these words.
It's the Howard Stern Show.
Comedy Train.
Howard.
All right. I got this guy on the phone who we tried to reach yesterday.
Who were we trying to reach?
Come on, what are you in a rush?
Oh, I'm just wondering. You sort of left me.
Thought I left you hanging, huh? Huh?
You left me there.
Wait, I'm going to leave you again. Hold on a second. Anyway, so Robin was doing a news story about Papa John Phillips. He got his liver replaced. And we know Papa John a long time.
Yeah, he of all people jumped to the front of the line in that liver transplant line.
Right, here.
And got one.
Yeah, so this is the guy who did the story on American Journal. Are you there?
Yeah, morning, Howard.
Hey, how you doing? This is Mark Sauter.
Hi, Mark.
Gordon Von Sauter's father.
Oh, is that right?
Son, rather. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Remember that guy, Gordon Van Sauter?
Yeah.
I don't really remember. I just remember the name.
I remember the name. I don't remember him.
He was a journalist, too, right?
That's correct. Van Gordon Sauter.
That was it.
Van Gordon Sauter.
It always had that strange ring to it.
And did he become some kind of head of the network or something?
Well, he went over and did some work with Fox, and now he spends a lot of his time fly fishing and relaxing out on the West Coast.
Cool. That's what I want to be doing.
He doesn't lecture.
He should lecture. Did he become like the head of the news department or something?
Could he?
Didn't he at like CBS?
Yeah, he was president of CBS News for some time.
And what happened with him and Dan Rather? Didn't they get in a fight or something?
No, they were pretty good friends, but he ended up leaving CBS and then going over to Fox.
Something happened with your dad.
Right.
I don't know. Something happened.
I forget exactly what was going on. It was either Rather or Walter Cronkite. I can't remember.
Somebody got pissed off.
Well, that's the nature of the business.
So anyway, Mark Sauter is a reporter for a show called American Journal, and he basically did a story that Papa John, of course, who had his liver transplanted,
is still drinking.
Is still drinking. I was like, duh. So what?
But, yeah.
I mean,
of course he's drinking. He's got a fresh new liver.
Yeah, I mean, why expose the guy like that? I mean,
what's the expose? He was drinking in public, too?
Well,
it's not like he tries to hide it.
Well, actually, he did tell us that he was no longer drinking.
Well, you interviewed him first.
Right. Well, we had confirmed that he was drinking. The reason this is important is there just aren't enough livers to go around. People die, on average, more than one person dies every day waiting for a liver, so there aren't enough livers.
Yeah, but can they write songs?
Yeah.
Well,
Papa John's written a million great hits.
Well, that's part of the question. To whom should the livers be given? And the fact is that the week that Papa John got his liver, 11 other people died waiting.
Yeah, but what did they do?
Well, they were, decent, folks.
But
did a lot of different things.
Yeah, but is anyone really missing them besides their family?
Well, I'm sure plenty of people, miss them in their families as well. But
yeah, but I'm saying Papa John.
A lot of people would have missed him.
Yeah, Papa John's written some great tunes, and he can tour.
Right. But the bottom line with Papa John is he said when he got his liver that he was off drugs and alcohol.
Right.
And he was. And it turned out, as in fact you guys had talked about some time ago, that apparently wasn't true. We were doing a story about how many people die because they can't get livers, and the controversy over the fact that people who end up destroying their own livers through drug and alcohol abuse sometimes get livers when other people don't and die.
But let me explain something to you. Here's Papa John, the way he looks at it, right? He's in the hospital and he's dying, right?
Right.
So, of course he's off drugs and alcohol. Who wants to drink when you're dying?
Right.
You can't.
You can't. It's like you're so sick you can't. So, okay.
You're holding on to every minute.
So they come into the hospital and say, are you still drinking and doing drugs? He goes, absolutely not, which he's telling the truth, right?
Right.
Okay. Then they come to him, and he's just about to die. He's days away from dying. And they say to him, look, we're willing to give you a liver, but if we give you a liver, do you promise never to drink and do drugs? Now, even if you're thinking that you're gonna...
What would you say?
I would say, yeah, of course I promise. What are you gonna do? You can't take it out of me once I got it. I would lie. I would lie. I'd say, if I had a drinking problem, I would lie.
But he probably wasn't even lying.
Right.
At that time, and Papa John's a very weak man.
He is. He's proven that.
But he thought
that
this time he could make it stick.
Right.
But sadly he couldn't. And
but he didn't know that.
But the guy's got a new liver. He's probably got 60 years worth of drinking in that liver.
Right. But the question is, for people such as Papa John, is it a good idea to be giving them livers that other people don't get? And, for instance, it happened with David Crosby, as you may recall, back in...
well, I can't believe they gave David Crosby a liver.
And, in our story, which is going to air most of the country tomorrow on American Journal, New York City, 9 a.m. Thursday on Channel 2,
right.
we talked to a woman, a Mormon lady named Glenda Windsor, who lives out in Arizona, has 7 kids, never drank, never took drugs. And she's a little bit perturbed that, in effect, David Crosby got a liver that could have cured her.
Well, we don't know that she could have taken that particular liver. It might not have been a match.
Right.
You're obviously no music lover. You're a Mormon lover. Yeah, I mean, come on. Crosby's written some great tunes and performs, and
she produced a few more Mormons.
Hey, doctors are star effers just like the rest of us. That's what you're proving, right?
Well, there's some of that going on as well. But one thing that we can say for sure is that if more people would donate their organs, then the medical folks would not have to be making some of these difficult choices. So
what happened when you, so you interviewed Papa John, and he said, yeah, I'm not drinking and stuff. So then what happened? You, set up a sting at a bar?
Right. Well, we actually...
Oh, man, he must have been freaking
Wait a
out.
minute, how did you find out he was drinking in the first place?
Wait, Gary, get Papa John on the phone.
Well, we actually confirmed it through some sources, and then I went to him and asked him if he talked to us about these issues, and he said, hey, I'm not drinking anymore, and it just wasn't the truth. So
he's probably uptight about it.
Yeah.
So we actually went undercover and
I mean, is he really putting on a toot or what? I mean, is he going out and getting slobbed?
Yeah, what's he drinking? Where do you catch him at? At a local bar?
Right. He was going to the local hangout out in Palm Springs, and we took some video of him drinking there. He was drinking a Long Island iced tea and Bloody Marys, that sort of thing.
Oh, man. Well, he's got a healthy liver. He might as well.
Throwing it back.
I understand the liver that he got was from, a black woman gentleman who was a real churchgoer. It was a real clean liver. And, like, Papa John's saying, hey, I'm going to take this thing for a test drive.
Lots of miles.
Yeah, right. I mean, there's a lot of mileage on this thing.
I just hope that he doesn't test it in every way.
Right.
Yeah.
But imagine how frustrated you'd be, Howard, say if Allison got some sort of, your wife got some sort of liver disease. She had nothing to do with it. It came out of the blue.
And I can date?
Well, that part might not upset you, but she couldn't get a liver because they were taken up.
No, I hear what you're saying, like, but you know, it's kind of. I mean, I can dig that. I just can see why Papa John's drinking. I mean, Papa John's a guy who had an alcohol problem and a drug problem, and you know, he's going to do anything to get a liver, and once he gets it, he's going to go back to drinking. I mean, no one should be surprised by that.
And we certainly hope that he gets help now, and because the problem is that when you drink, you start destroying that new liver.
Hey, Gary, what's up?
Who's the last number we have for John?
No Papa John?
No Papa John.
I wonder what was going through his head when he was all of a sudden, like, he thinks, hey, you know, I'm not that famous anymore. I'm pretty much into obscurity.
Call the bar.
I got my liver. I'm going to go hang out, have a couple of iced teas.
Nobody will notice.
Long Island iced teas. No one's going to notice. All of a sudden, there's like a sting operation to catch him drinking. You know, drinking's legal.
And in some ways, it might make him feel pretty good. Hey, they're still following me around and trying to videotape me surreptitiously.
He should have broken out into one of his new songs, gotten a little airtime. Hey, so that sounds like a pretty cool story. I'll have to check that out.
Well, it in some ways it's depressing, but I think...
I just want to see hidden video of Papa John drinking at the bar.
I mean, how long do you watch him? Is it like time-lapse photography where he like lives in this bar and you see him for 12 hours and he eventually falls off the stool?
Yeah.
Well, actually, Robin, he was in the bar within hours after he told us he was no longer drinking. So it was pretty cool.
Oh, man. Hey, you want the real story?
I held him up.
Jackie the Joke Man's on liver number 4. He just wants to keep the whole thing low profile. What is it?
Did he talk about David Crosby yet?
Yeah, he already did that whole rap. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, but what's David doing? You haven't caught him with anything.
Well, we actually went to try to talk to David Crosby and ask him about the people who say that he shouldn't have the same priority to get a liver as people who had other types of liver diseases, and he became pretty upset and actually screamed at me and
where'd you catch him?
Quite irate at a home he sometimes uses outside Santa Barbara.
So what'd you do? You like waited in the bushes?
No, I walked right up to his door and just to ask him if he talked because his people, you know, all the rock stars have these people, you know, were kind of not getting back to us, and we just wanted to ask if he had.
We wonder why.
Yeah, but you're telling the guy maybe you should be dead.
Yeah, right. So anyway, so you knock on the door.
And he drove up in his car, and he was extremely irate and began screaming a stream of pretty colorful obscenities at me.
Cool.
Did you get that on camera?
Yeah, that'll be in the story, too.
Oh, no kidding.
And as you know, David Crosby, as they say, is pretty big for his size.
Yeah.
And he also has had some run-ins concerning carrying weapons, that sort of thing in the past, and it was interesting.
So you got nervous?
Well, you have a problem because he was screaming at me, and he was sort of coming toward me, and he is a liver transplant patient, but he's also a pretty big guy, and he sort of feels if you run away, you feel like a wimp, and if you hold your ground, you feel like a bully. So.
Guys who write poetry are pussies. You didn't have anything to worry about.
Is the complaint that he's drinking too?
No, sir.
No,
absolutely not.
He wanted
don't like him butting in line.
No, well, what Mark wanted to ask him was like, how come you got a liver ahead of other people when you abused yourself, and here's people who didn't abuse themselves?
Yeah, he basically caused his own liver problem.
Right, and David Crosby.
Why would David Crosby though?
For many years.
But think about it. Why would David Crosby say, oh, gee, I think it's terrible that I got a liver? He's happy he got a liver.
Well, we thought David Crosby might say, hey, more people should donate livers so we don't have to make these difficult decisions.
That's not what
Yeah, come on.
Well, I mean, that's...
Oh, yeah, he's a real well-thought-out guy.
He's got a better rap than Geraldo.
Yeah.
Well,
if David Crosby could do that, he wouldn't have needed a liver.
I got to see a video of Papa John saying I don't drink it and walking into the bar and getting a drink.
Well, you can see it on American Journal tomorrow, most of the country, and Thursday, 9 a.m., Channel 2.
All right, Mark, thanks.
Thanks, Howard.
All right, bye.
Bye-bye.
Mark making everybody's life miserable.
Look, can they help
what a
if
sleazy business,
they
man.
They figure out a way to get that new liver.
Yeah.
Of course they're
David Crosby. If David Crosby had said what he just said, you'd never hear it.
Right.
That's right.
They would have said no story.
Yeah, I think more people should donate livers.
Yeah, right.
We shouldn't have to make these tough
Burn
decisions.
that thing.
I mean, poor Papa John, because you know how fragile that guy is. He's just going to so he's drinking. I mean, he's weak. He admits it. He wanted to have a few drinks.
Anything he wouldn't try if they told him it would make him feel good.
Yeah. I mean, he's got a pretty good track record of trying everything in the world, including heroin, and doing coke with his kids.
Absolutely.
I mean,
For 60 years, and then they say, but you said you wouldn't.
Yeah. I mean, come on.
His brain doesn't know how to do anything else. It missed the good times.
I mean, if you decide you don't want to give Papa John a liver because he did drugs, then fine. But if you're going to ask the guy to promise, what's the guy going to do on his deathbed?
I'm sure he meant it. It wasn't a lie.
Robo Papa John.
Maybe it was his birthday.
Yeah.
You know, sure, we would like to think that everybody we're saving is going to cure cancer, but that's not the case. Some people are just going to go back to drinking.
Long Island iced tea. What?
Yeah, how can you resist?
There's a woman on the phone.
Yeah.
I believe it's a woman.
Yeah.
And, you know, she says that she is an alcoholic, and she's very upset because she said you don't understand alcoholism. And I think she's, you know, very upset.
Hello?
Hello?
What are you so upset about, honey?
Hello?
Hello?
Listen, I'm an alcoholic.
No
right?
kidding.
Now, look, I just got to the point where I could admit it. And I just got out of rehab. And you all are talking about something you don't know anything about.
You just got out of rehab?
Yes, I did.
Hey, that must have been real successful.
Wait, do you know?
Hey, we gotta send Papa John there. Do they serve?
Wait, that sounds funny.
I understand at your rehab they serve drinks.
Feel right now?
What?
How do you think you're making him feel right now?
Make who feel?
He just did something very brave, and you all are laughing at him.
At who?
Who?
At Papa John.
What did he do?
What did he do?
He went to rehab. You know, stop it. He went to rehab.
No, he didn't.
Went to rehab.
Who said that?
I thought he went to rehab.
No,
I thought you were goofing on him.
Not only shouldn't you be driving, you should be listening to the radio.
He went to rehab around 11 years ago.
He went to rehab 11 years ago.
Well,
Because he was forced to go there.
Right. It was either that or jail.
Yeah, they said to him, you'll go into jail or you go to rehab.
He was trafficking dilaudid.
Yeah.
They made him go to rehab.
Right.
All right, let me tell you how it is.
Okay, go ahead. She don't care. She's going to tell me.
Now,
Wait a minute, I just got to know. Are you drinking?
Are you drinking right now?
No, I'm not. I just said I came out of rehab.
Yeah, but you
Are you
drink.
people dissing me?
Yeah, but you're drunk now.
I'm not drunk right now. I'm angry.
You sound
You
drunk.
haven't had a drink today.
Drunk, Howard.
What do you like to drink?
I don't like. I used to. All right. You want to know what?
Why don't
my
you be
drink,
honest? Tell me, what do you like to drink?
What my drink of preference was?
Yes.
All right, now because it was Georgie vodka.
Georgie vodka.
And who's
now,
that?
don't be laughing. Rehab, I'm getting rid of. Okay, that's who that is.
Is that your husband?
No, I got to talk to you about rehab. All right.
Go ahead.
Wait, can you get out of this room? I want to talk to Howard. Get out of here.
I just want to say one thing to Howard. I just want to say.
Wait, Howard, will you let him say this? But I really want to talk to you.
All right, let me talk to the bartender.
All right.
This girl downs 3 bottles of pints of Georgie a day.
No,
Really?
I've recovered.
Hello?
Have you seen her drinking today?
Yeah.
She drinks. Let me tell you something. This girl could down more bottles of Jack Daniels than Slash of Guns N' Roses.
What are you doing with her?
What am I doing with her? I ask myself that every day, Howard.
Really? What,
Never get an answer.
Is that your girlfriend?
It's one of them.
So what do? You go over there and you have sex with her while she's high?
Well, yeah.
Yeah. So she's pretty open to just about anything.
Never says
Yeah.
no.
Well, I'm not gonna have. Well, right now I'm not gonna have sex with her. I'm charging $100.
And is she really drunk right now?
What?
She's drunk right now, right?
Yeah, she's so drunk she doesn't know what she does.
So how could she keep saying she's not drinking?
No, she is drinking.
I'm not.
She's drinking bottles of Georgie.
I am not.
You guys ought to videotape yourselves so we could have this for the E! Show.
What did he say?
I just want.
All right, let me talk to her. Let me talk to her. She wants to say something.
I just wanted to say one thing, though. I wanted to say. Can I tell you one joke? It's really quick.
No, let me talk to her.
All right.
The joke is sitting next to you.
It's just one joke.
No, let me talk to her.
I know Stuttering John said, I'll talk my way out of it. Did I say talk my way out of it?
Oh, boy.
Hold on, Howard.
Please do not use that word anymore. You're ruining my show with your profanity.
I really, really realize that. Now listen, Howard, please. All right, what
say
were
what
we
you want to
talking
say.
about?
First of all, admit to me that you're drunk or I'm not letting you talk.
Am I drunk right now?
Yes.
But you want to know something? You want to know something? I'm really not really that drunk.
But you have been drinking.
Huh?
How many days are you out of rehab?
Like I just got out.
This morning?
Yeah.
And you went right to drinking this morning?
No, you know what it is that makes me drink? This stupid idiot I live with.
So you really learned a lot in rehab.
Yeah.
No.
He really got through to you.
You know what no, you get... No, oh, wait. See, get out of here. Get me. Get out.
Say the F word.
I want to talk to Howard, please. Get out. See, you know.
No wonder you drink.
Hello?
No wonder you drink.
I know, exactly. You know.
What are you? Are you Italian?
No,
huh?
She's black.
Are you black?
Huh?
Are you black?
I know this couple.
You know me, right, Robert?
You called us
I already
before.
told you, right?
Are you black?
Wait, I told you. I'm black, and I grew up in Plainview, Long Island. It's like, I'm like...
Was the booze at your house, or did you have to stop at the liquor store on the way home from rehab? And what is he doing? Playing
I came home to him, and, this is so embarrassing. No, this is not right. Get out of here. Get out of here. Wait, I'm going to go to another room. I have a cordless phone. Wait, I'm running...
All right, go ahead.
Hang on.
And what is he doing? He's playing music?
He's such a loser.
Did you remember
What?
She called us once and said, hey, my boyfriend's got a great band, and we let him sort of audition.
No, Gary, I did not call you for his band. I simply called you to call you.
All right, now tell me about rehab. Well, tell me about rehab quickly, because I must move along.
Okay.
I have important stories to get to.
Actually, you want to know the truth?
Yeah.
I have to go to rehab.
You haven't been yet.
I haven't been yet.
All right, so there you go.
And I have to go, they say.
Oh, you're still not admitting it, huh?
Huh? I think I'm past the denial stage.
There you go.
Why are you laughing?
Because you're a drunk and you're funny.
Oh, that's not right. That's not right to say.
What did you drink this morning? You had vodka all morning?
I did not have a drink this morning.
All right. Listen, I have to go.
You know, that's a technicality. She means since the sun came up.
Yeah, I have to.
What did Robert say?
Honey, I got to leave, okay?
Oh, don't leave.
Oh, come on, I got to go.
Oh, come on. How come you're not asking me, like, about...
All right. I had enough with that couple. Nuts. All right, I got to take a break, and we'll be back with more right after. That's who listens to the show. Our poor sponsors are bailing out as we speak. We'll be back right after these words.
You're listening to The Howard Stern Show. More after this. 97.1 The Eagle.
All right, by Miller Lite.
Howard Stern Morning. You'll rock all day. 97.1 The Eagle. You're listening to The Howard Stern Show. Once again, Howard Stern.
All right. Somebody sent me this old ad of OJ doing a Dingo Boots ad.
Oh, yeah?
It says OJ Dingo. You know what Dingo means? Mad dog. A dingo is a wild animal in Australia.
It's a wild dog. It's not a mad dog.
Well, close enough. OJ Dingo. Sitting there with his dingo boots on. Dingo boots,
Are
Jeremy.
dingo boots really made of that dog?
Yeah, they're made out of dog.
Oh,
wild
man,
dog.
I didn't know that.
Just kidding. Maybe they are. I don't know.
Little did we know OJ could trap and skin the boots himself.
Yeah. OJ the wild man. OJ Dingo. I had a bunch of stuff to get to today, but of course we ran out of time.
But we got to an awful lot. It was a jam-packed show.
And you can't complain. You know, for free, you guys get a lot of show.
We had the singing performance of Whoopi Goldberg. We had Patty Davis in. We had a couple of drunks on the phone. It was
Yeah.
Interesting show.
And for once, it wasn't Jackie. Jackie Puppet was in.
That's true.
Yeah. Yeah, it was fun. Anyway, Robin, let's...
Well, rather than starting off with OJ today, I want to talk about a couple of other things.
Good, because you know what? There's nothing to say about OJ. We've done it already.
Well, we'll talk about him, but I just don't.
There's plenty to
feel
say about OJ, Robin.
Oh, shut up! Why don't
ahead.
you vacillate a little?
All right, go ahead. Just trying to play along. Anyway, you were saying.
I know that people see this Jerky Boys movie. In fact, I've seen a couple of faxes.
Yeah.
To this. To bear me out. They look at the Jerky Boys and they say, hey, the Jerky Boys got their movie out faster than Howard.
Yeah, well, it's probably going to it's going to go down in flames, too.
Well, it opened this past weekend and did make it into the top 5. Legends of the Fall was number 1, again, for the 4th week in a row. And then came Boys on the Side, I guess. And then the Jerky Boys.
Well, they spend a lot of money in advertising. Well, everyone keeps faxing me saying, hey, Howard, why aren't you behind the Jerky Boys? What are you, jealous of the Jerky Boys? Somehow I'm getting lumped in with the Jerky Boys.
Yeah, and I don't know why there's that connection, but I told you, I've even seen people faxing, things like, ha, 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 the Jerky Boys got their movie out faster than yours.
Yeah, I'm evidently in some competition with the Jerky Boys.
I didn't even know who the Jerky Boys were.
Yeah, I liked their first album. I thought it was kind of funny when they made the phony phone calls, but, I could play you phony phone calls I've made that are probably more funny.
And now the Jerky Boys are becoming like the Cheech and Chong of the 90s, because I've heard them in interviews saying, we had to hold true to the Jerky Boy philosophy when we did the movie, so we had a lot to do with its creation because we had to keep the Jerky Boy image alive and we had to be true to it.
Really?
Yeah, and I thought, well, who the hell even knew?
Who knew?
The Jerky Boys had a philosophy.
I thought it was like some guys who made some phony phone calls.
Yeah.
But, that's cool. I got nothing against the Jerky Boys, but everybody wants me to get involved in some way with the Jerky Boys.
Either to be fighting with them, in competition with them, or praising them. I don't understand.
I don't know that much about them. I thought their first album was funny, where they made some phony phone calls. Some of the phony phone calls were kind of funny. But
I haven't seen the movie. I don't know what it's all. I know what the plot is, but I don't know whether it's funny or not. I don't know if they managed to bring the Jerky Boys to life.
I don't really have a desire to go, if that's what you're asking me. I don't really have a desire to go see the Jerky Boys.
I was shocked that it did so well at the box office. But
John
it seemed to be rather light, a light weekend for movies anyway.
There's another guest that falls into that category of just being outraged. We probably turned them down on the show 30 times.
Who?
The Jerky Boys?
Oh, really?
Over the years. I'm talking about since 5 or 6 years ago. And they're nice guys. I met them. Yeah. But they're just not right for the show.
And what's the story? They make phony phone calls, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So the publicist sent me an interview, to sort of get me high on, doing them on the radio. Yeah. But all that happens is everyone calls up and starts doing their routines, and they start doing them back. And if you've never heard them before...
Let me hear that. You got the interview?
Actually, I threw it away.
Oh, you did? So I'd like to see what it was.
Yeah, I never heard them interviewed until now.
Guy calls up and say, okay, we're going to take a phone call. And you plunk down the phone in New York, and they go, hey, Jerky, how you doing? And they go, hey, how you doing, Jerky? And then they just, do the bits back and forth.
Okay. So I'll miss out. So what, are they pissed that they can't get on the show?
Well, they've been pissed for a long time.
Oh, well.
So they must have some idea that you're jealous of them going around in their heads, too.
I'm jealous of everybody. Me and Jackie. I'm going to take it out on the world.
Words of affirmation.
Yeah.
And he, also to relieve us of our...
I can get a movie out tomorrow. That's not the problem.
Oversaturation with O.J.
Yeah.
4 priests have been removed after admitting they molested an altar boy. It's like all 4 of them got this one altar boy.
Oh, man. No kidding.
Yeah.
4 priests teamed up on one altar boy?
Well, it seems that this was the boy. If you were the priest at this parish, you got this boy.
Is Ralph still here? He's got an altar boy story.
No, he
really?
left.
Yeah.
But I can tell you, he told it to me pretty good.
Well, we'll wait till he comes in. It'll be funny to hear him tell it.
Maybe he'll hear us and call us on the phone or something.
Imagine usually the altar boy is some kid whose father maybe isn't even in the house anymore, and the mother maybe wants to send the kid to church.
He wants to send him to church so he'll be around a good influence.
Yeah, he wants to be around role models, and hey, who better than priests? Needs a father figure. And meanwhile, 90% of the priests are gay, so you give him a gay role model.
That's a good percentage.
All right, 98. I'm sorry, it's a little low. And these are guys who grew up in really Catholic backgrounds who basically say, oh, my God, I'm attracted to men, what am I going to do? And they become priests, and they think that, now they'll take a vow of celibacy.
They'll pray on their knees, and God will take it away.
Yeah.
That awful thing they want to do.
Begging altar boys to pick up the crucifix.
Well, just listen to this story.
How old's the kid?
Well, he's an older guy now, because this happened back in the 70s. But this cardinal down in Washington, James Cardinal Hickey. I love those cardinals.
Hickey. Chai. Oh, bony fingers.
Oh, come to Papa.
This is the first time he's ever had to dismiss so many priests at once for the same thing. Churchgoers in 5 parishes where the 4 had served learned the news at Mass on Sunday when the priest read a letter from Cardinal Hickey, according to the Washington Post. One of the 4 also admitted to abusing a second youth from 1988 until 2 years ago.
Wow.
Monsignor William Laurie was the first one to learn about the problem. What had happened was the young man who was the victim of all of this started to have some marital problems, and he went into counseling. And that's when he decided to call Monsignor Laurie and talk to him about what happened to him.
Monsignor Laurie?
Yeah. So the Monsignor called the 4 priests in and said, hey, there's a dude out there who says you all did him, and they all admitted it.
Oh, really? Right off the bat, huh?
Yeah, they all cracked.
Haven't they learned from O.J.? Deny. I mean, everyone knows O.J. committed murder. He just sits there like, hey, what are you guys talking about? This is crazy.
The former altar boy, now a 34-year-old professional living in the Baltimore area, requested anonymity. He said he was 11 or 12 when Father Schaefer, then pastor at St. Matthias Roman Catholic Church in Maryland, gave him a job after school answering telephones in the rectory. The man said Father Schaefer would take him to his bedroom in the rectory or to a classroom in the parish school where they would engage in sex. In 1974, Father Schaefer was transferred to another parish and replaced by Father Smith, who also abused the boy.
Do you think they had a conversation and said, hey, listen, if you want to get some good action?
Tap him.
Right. I love that word rectory, too. It's so close to rectum.
Yes. So Father Smith also abused the boy until he was 17. While Father Smith was the pastor, and the former altar boy was still around, he would give him off to another visiting priest when he would come in.
Wow.
And to Father Pritchard, who was an associate pastor at the church. So he just sort of spread him around, good old Father... what was it? Father Smith would like to share.
It's like one big hag club.
So, yeah.
And what's with this kid? I mean, he seems kind of into it.
Well, he said that it was very confusing for him because part of it doesn't feel bad.
Right.
But then you realize in the back of your head that there's something going wrong here, so you sort of dissociate. So he was just sort of like laying there and taking it.
Right. Like Tex Antoine says.
Yeah.
I wonder if he's like gay or straight today.
He was married to a woman, so he obviously had a heterosexual relationship that wasn't working out too well for him.
What is it?
When he wound up in therapy.
Ralph's on the phone, and by the way, Ralph was an altar boy. That's where his incident took place.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't know this about Ralph.
Ralph, don't say where you were an altar boy, but go ahead.
No, I wasn't an altar boy. Gary got that
wrong.
Oh,
okay. Gorilla was an altar boy. He's got his own stories.
Yeah, well, what's your story?
But I went to Catholic school. Anyway, this priest was it was some kind of fishing trip or something. We were going to go fishing.
Yeah, and Ralph was one of those kids whose dad kind of split early on.
Right. So I guess he was trying to give me a father image or something.
Who was it? Your mom trying to get you a father image?
I get, it was.
Why did she show you pictures of Hitler better?
It was even scarier. It was a priest who did counseling.
Yeah, all right.
Guidance counselor kind of thing. Anyway, so my mom drops me off the night before.
No wonder the Catholic Church is so against gay people.
Yeah, because they've got them all inside.
Yeah, they got them inside and they're molesting everyone.
You want to corner them?
No wonder they have a bad opinion.
Yeah, of course we don't like gays. Look what they do to kids. We make them priests and they molest everyone. How can we condone this behavior?
Be a lot easier.
Yeah, so you go on a camping trip.
So we were supposed to be fishing, me and one other guy and this priest.
How old were you?
I was like in
19.
Happened last week.
I was like in 6th or 7th grade, however old you are then.
12, 11, somewhere in there.
Way too old.
Perfect.
Oh, Ralphie.
Perfect. Come fishing, Ralphie.
What's that strange berry on your face, young man?
All right. So my mom drops me off the night before. We're going to sleep over, get an early start. So within like 15 minutes of being there, I sit down in his office with this other guy's in there, and they're looking at magazines. And he goes, "Here, take a look at these." And he opens up a drawer, and he's got a drawer full of like Penthouse, Hustler. I mean, you name it.
The priest.
And there were like hardcore ones in there too. Yeah, the priest.
Oh,
good place to see your first porno.
And then he starts taking out devices like vibrate things with like batteries and wires. I had no idea what the stuff was.
No wonder you're a homo.
Oh my goodness!
Now we understand.
All right, hey, everyone, apologize. Yeah, you never told me this before.
You were turned out by a priest.
It never came up before.
So you mean all of a sudden the guy whips out a bunch of dildos and stuff?
Yeah, I mean, I imagine that's what... They were like hand massagers or something. I mean, I didn't get into it with them, so...
Yeah. Well, what did you do, sit and watch?
Well, no, he was
What's the fan massager for? Yeah, so he brings out all the hand massagers and junk, yeah.
Yeah, and you know, I just really started getting uncomfortable. I mean, I you know, all this stuff was being thrust at me, and I wasn't even into that kind of stuff at that age. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, nobody knows what that is.
Yeah, I didn't know what was going on. So then I don't know what went on in between, but then it comes time to go to bed, and I go in his bedroom. He's got this bed that's like something out of a movie. It takes up the whole entire room. It's this big, huge 4-post bed, and so he said, you can either sleep in the bed with me and this other guy. There's plenty of room. Come on in. Or you could sleep on the floor. And I was like, well, you know, I think I'll take the floor because I really, you know, I was getting the vibe at that point.
So the other guy obviously had been there before.
Well, the other guy was in for a party. Yeah.
Were they making a lot of noise in the bed and everything?
Yeah. See, that's what it's like. All right, so I go to sleep on the floor, and I'm like, this bed is like way up high. I couldn't even see what was going on. I'm on the other side of the room, and you know, within like 15 minutes of trying to go to sleep or something, I start hearing.
Oh my!
Oh yes. And the bed squeaking like.
Oh, Jesus!
I thought he was praying.
Hey, Jackie Puppet's really sad for you. He wants to apologize. He wants to say something to you, Ralph.
Okay.
I'm sorry, faggot.
Oh, man.
You didn't know that you were with a big silly man wearing purple satin? That something would go wrong?
Anyway, thank you, Ralph. So what happened? Nothing? Did the kid ever say anything to you? Like something went on?
No. You know, it was so uncomfortable that I just ignored all references to it, and I never did anything.
How does this priest know to pick Ralph and not some blabbermouth?
Because Ralph sends off vibes.
I see.
His gaydar went off.
Gay vibes. At what point did your tooth start rotting in the front?
That's what happened to my tooth, man.
All right, thanks, man.
Wow.
That's pretty cool. Ralph dealing with his own pain.
More to that story.
There's a lot more to that story.
Yeah, because there's a portion there where he says, I don't remember what happened.
Yeah, I blanked out.
Yeah.
It was this big four-poster bed.
Yeah, and I ended up on the floor.
2, 3, 4.
I just tried
I
to
know
go...
he started taking out devices, and I don't remember what happened next.
Yeah, that doesn't sound right. I mean, the priest takes out devices, and you're looking at magazines, like, what happens next?
Wait a second. Maybe it was me in the bed.
But then he says, and then it was time to go to bed, and I don't know what happened between the devices coming out of the drawer and going to bed.
Yeah, how does the priest whip out the devices, and then, like, suddenly they're not there anymore? Yeah, I'd like to fill in those holes tomorrow.
When we have him here, and he can't get away.
I don't know. The only thing I can remember is the priest took out some magazines, like Hustler and stuff, and then he took out some massage oils and vibrators, and then everyone had to get to bed.
He says, I don't know what happened after that, but then it was time to go to bed.
Yeah, and I don't know. It's like Nixon's missing 18 minutes, you know?
Yeah, what happened in that space of time?
Nothing really happened.
He conked me over the head with a chalice.
All I know is when I woke up, I was full.
And just ask yourself a question. If you were sitting there...
Right.
You're supposed to be going on a fishing trip?
Yeah.
And a priest starts doing this stuff?
Yeah.
What would you do?
I get the hell out of the room.
That'd be enough fishing for me.
Yeah. I don't understand, Ralph. I mean, unless you want to take this up tomorrow, what the hell happened? I mean, all of a sudden the priest is showing.
Take it up tomorrow.
Yeah, he's showing you. Yeah, give you some time to think up an alibi. I don't understand. Like he took out vibrators and everything, and then like what happens? All of a sudden you're getting ready for bed.
I don't know. Maybe we had something to eat. I mean,
how could you forget?
Did he watch you get naked?
It was traumatic, Robin. You know how like Oprah tries to forget what happened with her family.
Then you want to go to a hypnotist and sort of like open that up.
Open that up.
You could have a good lawsuit against this guy.
I have a question too. The next day when you guys went fishing, did you go like off a dock with a lot of people, or was it like a private sort of area?
Camping trip?
We drove down to like a friend of his, and we went out on a boat.
So did the homo activity
double date?
The homo activity stopped the next day? Like was all this weird stuff going on the next day? It just stopped?
Yeah. Oh no, because it wasn't nighttime, and I bailed out of there as soon as we got home.
Yeah, sure you did.
I did that.
Tell us anything.
Yeah, dude, this story's got a lot of holes to be punched into it.
And why? You didn't even tell your mother?
No, how could I tell my mother?
Oh.
Very easily.
Mom, the priest showed me some porno and vibrators.
Yeah, I mean, what am I going to say?
So what happened? Did your mom send you off on more trips with the guy and
My
stuff?
mom had her own problems at the time. No, I just kind of like said, no, I don't want to go, or if something came up, I just wasn't into it. I didn't make myself available.
The gorilla even said...
What happened when you undressed for the night? I mean, was he there with you?
Well, he helped me undress.
Oh.
No, nothing happened.
Come here, P.D.
I modeled for him.
Like Howard Gorilla...
Yeah, we just, took our panties and all.
You were the chosen one, Ralph.
Thank you, Father, for our sins.
Put me up on a giant cross naked.
So you still know the other guy?
No, I mean, I don't know what happened.
You got to get in touch with him.
Suicide.
I could give you his name.
No, don't give me his name.
Like, Gorilla was even saying, why would the priest even give Ralph the option of sleeping on the bed if it's this huge bed?
Yeah.
Why would he say, okay, this is where you and I and Joe will sleep in the bed?
No, I'm going to sleep on the floor.
It was either that or wear the leather mask.
Do I have to keep this red ball in my mouth all night?
And you kept your mouth shut while all this moaning and groaning is going on?
All right, Robin, listen to me. This is going on. This is going on in a big...
I'm not interested.
Why would the priest let him sleep on the floor?
Right.
He's supposed to be taking care.
Please.
Wouldn't you be scared to death of exposure if the other kid wouldn't go along?
He was in there.
There's a lot of... He was in that bed.
There just seems to me to be a problem.
Could be.
They were fighting for who was first. Boys.
Here's a bread on a pre-sandwich.
All right, let's take a break. Hey, Ralph claims he wasn't in the bed.
We believe him.
All right, we're going to take a break, and we'll be back right after these words.
We'll be back with the Howard Stern Show. Don't go away. 97.1 The Eagle. Howard, Harley's, and Pure Rock. 97.1 The Eagle. It's the Howard Stern Show. Here's Howard.
Yeah. All right. Tom Chiusano, our general manager, Mr. Italian Catholic, is out there bragging in the halls how for 14 years he's never been molested by one priest. Did you hear that whole rap going on out there?
No, I didn't hear
you should have been out there for the Tom show. You know, Tom walks around and reacts to things.
He's taking up for old priests?
Yeah.
Now?
Therefore, I guess everybody's lying.
Well, maybe you're not the turn-on you think you are.
Yeah. Maybe that ass is getting a little too broad and wide. Can you believe this guy? He's out there doing a whole lecture. He's bragging. I was never molested or approached.
Like he had a choice.
Yeah. Look at the big smile. So proud of himself. 14 years of Catholic education.
I'm not being proud, and I know but it's...
I hear you running through the halls like a maniac.
Running through the halls.
People say they can't get away from you. You know, when he hears a topic that he taps into, forget about it.
It's not true.
He's running around with a sign. I have information.
Yeah, please interview me about my Catholic education.
I'll leave.
All right, fine. Thank you. All right. All right. Thank you, Tom. Very good. I don't know, the way he walks funny. I think he was molested.
He's still being molested.
Looks like he's got a backside full of jelly.
He's being molested even as we speak.
It looks like... It looks like a carrion back there.
I knew something was coming.
All right, I'm just kidding. You look great. You look great.
Too many pounds, that's all.
No, you look good. You look good. Believe me, I should look so good at your age. All right, very good.
Got a priest on his back.
Yeah.
What are the knee pads for?
All right, what else is in the news, Robin? Enough of the priests.
Well, Patty Davis Reagan was in
right
earlier today, and yesterday was her father's 84th birthday, and in Washington they had a celebration. Someone named Baroness Margaret Thatcher.
Baroness Margaret Thatcher?
Yes.
There used to be this woman, Margaret Thatcher, who used to run England.
Prime Minister of England. Now
But who's
she's a
Baroness?
Baroness.
Yeah, what about her?
She was there at the celebration, lauding Ronnie. So here she is giving a portion of her speech.
I think he's wonderful. Ron's name will join the roll eventually. He's a baron. Of the giants of our time.
Meanwhile, Reagan's like, who's she talking about? Baroness. You know, I could have re-sworn there was a Margaret Thatcher I used to talk to who ran England.
Why, that's me.
Oh. See, it wasn't Alzheimer's. The poor man is losing his marbles. He just called me Ringo. Oh. Weren't you and the Beatles? Robin, you should be a baroness. Baroness Robin Quivers.
How do I get one of those?
On your book, why don't you put by Baroness Robin Quivers? Come on, get wild. Okay, it'll stick.
Thank you.
Baroness of Broadcasting.
On this your birthday, we honor you.
You should talk like this.
We thank you.
I do.
And we love you.
If they ask you to read your book, you know, because you got to do an audio tape, read it like that.
Read it like that.
And then I entered the field of broadcasting.
Once upon a time, I was a nurse, and then I decided to change careers.
Aren't you Monty Python?
No!
Aren't you
Benny Hill?
Benny Hill?
No, I'm the Prime Ministeress, Baroness von Margaret Thatcher. You and I had many dealings together.
When did she become a baroness? I missed that one.
I don't know, but can you tell the difference between a tree and a book?
I can't.
I can. What happened to you? Hoofa.
Where are your marbles?
Hauga. Hauga.
So embarrassing.
Ooh.
He's one of the giants, you know. Is she finished?
Used to give me a good goosing in the White House.
You know, I feel like I can confide in you like we were once friends.
We were friends. We were close. We fought the good war together against the Falklands.
Falklands?
Yes, Falklands.
You know, I just feel comfortable around you. I don't mind telling you I ate my shoes for breakfast.
My God, my good man, what happened to you? You were so full of verve. What happened to your verve?
I don't know. I just sit around the house all day listening to Who Farted I Smelt It.
My God, that loser jacket.
Is he a loser?
You must have Alzheimer's. You couldn't possibly forget that.
Have you seen my son Patty's video?
My dear man, that's your daughter.
Oh. I didn't realize.
For God's sakes, this is the saddest birthday party I've ever been to. Baroness von Margaret Thatcher must leave at once and take off with people who have all of their faculties.
Well, fortunately, Ronald Reagan had his own little quiet birthday party in a restaurant in California, but in Washington they were celebrating quite merrily for him.
Well, it was a good party, and we even talked politics, me and Baroness Margaret Thatcher.
Yes. He seemed to be really with it for a few minutes until he asked me if O.J. was still president of South Africa.
You mean he's not?
I see him on television every day.
He seems important, like he's running one of those Negro nations. Haiti or something. Oh, my goodness.
I must confess it was a wonderful party, except for the sad news that our former president, President Reagan, who I hold so dear to my heart, is no longer with all his faculties.
Well, thank you, Baroness. I must tell you, I had a good time at the party, although I missed most of it trying to find my way back from the ladies' room.
My God, he peed in the soup again.
So anyway,
is O.J. still president of South Africa?
They were celebrating his 84th birthday, and Bob Dole was also there.
Yes.
Who is the leader of the Senate. He was commenting in this little clip on the fact that the House of Representatives passed the line-item veto bill that would give the president that power, which was one of the things Ronald Reagan asked for practically every day of his presidency.
And don't refer to him as Bob Dole. He is now Ubermaster Dole.
I call him Senator Pineapple.
Let's hear from Bob.
Ron's name.
Oops.
That's not a bad birthday present, Mr. President. It's also a birthday present for everybody else in America who struggled for the line-item veto.
Sorry, I cut the cheese. I missed my duty today.
So anyway, they think that the line-item veto will have a little more trouble getting through the Senate, but it's on its way.
Yes, it will be on its way, just like me. Baroness Margaret Thatcher the Third.
Meanwhile, it seems that everybody on Capitol Hill is constantly investigating the people in the other party. That's why we can't get anything done.
Exactly, Robin.
Now they are looking into whether Commerce Secretary Ron Brown helped AT&T land a $4 billion deal because of his own financial dealings with the communication giant.
That would be unfortunate.
So he says they're now trying to make his business dealings look sinister when they are not. Republicans are asking for an investigation. Sure. Meanwhile, the House Speaker, Newt Gingrich, is in trouble again. He's now having to defend the fact that his wife got a $2,500 a month job after her husband lobbied Israeli officials to back a free trade zone.
You know, that movie that Eddie Murphy did, I always said I loved that movie. It never did well at the box office, but it was a really good movie where Eddie Murphy becomes a congressman and he starts selling off every bit of his office.
Distinguished gentleman.
It was great. It was really good. And that's what this is like. I mean, and then you start getting weirded out because everybody's selling I know if I became a congressman, I'd be a millionaire in a week. I'd sell off everything.
People start approaching you.
Yeah.
Some of these deals sound pretty good, I suppose.
Well, let me get this straight. You're going to give me some AT&T. I'll buy AT&T stock. I'll give you guys a $400 million grant, and then the stock will go through the roof, and I'll become a millionaire?
And it would be good for people, wouldn't it?
And AT&T employs a lot of Americans. Okay. Yeah, sure. Yeah. I mean, it's getting vicious now because, you know, everyone's accusing every bit of dirty... I like that the dirty laundry's coming out now.
Yeah, but it's clogging up the wheels of government.
Yeah, especially... Did you see what Newt Gingrich did yesterday?
What?
He accused Hillary Clinton back in high school of stealing tampons from 7-Eleven. He said, this is going way too far back.
It's getting crazy.
And I got to tell you, though, that Hillary Clinton, though, I got to tell you.
What?
No, I don't know.
Marianne Gingrich, who doesn't have any foreign trade experience, was hired last September by the Israel Export Development Corporation.
I wonder why.
To identify businesses willing to locate in the zone. So, you have to wonder.
Everybody's for sale. Except me, of course.
Are you kidding? You'd be the first.
Oh, I'd sell out in 2 seconds. But, you know, it does get you mad when you realize, like, how many of these injustices are going on, and nobody gives a rat's ass.
Well, they only give a rat's ass to get the other people out of power.
Yeah.
You know, not to clean it up, because they could change all the laws and make it impossible for this stuff to happen. But they just have all these little sand traps around, and when you get into power, they spring them.
There was some cool law someone was talking about on TV the other day that the Democrats are trying to pass, but the Republicans refuse to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I saw it on Crossfire with those two annoying guys, Kinsley and...
Buchanan and...
Yeah, now they got Buchanan, and they got another conservative guy, and they got a whole bunch of guys all yelling and screaming at each other. But it was kind of a cool idea that they talked to this Republican guy, and they said, are you willing to sign this bill that says none of you guys can accept any money from any special interest? And the guy was like, and it was like, and the Democratic guy was like, yeah, okay, I'll sign it.
Yeah,
I would do it.
Because he knows it's not going to become a law.
Yeah, right. But the Republican guy was like, no way, man. Let's take a look at that one. Hey, dude, I'm not going to get out of this business being poor.
I got to see exactly what that says.
The guy says, hey, take my kids instead. You know? What, you trying to cut off my lifeline?
It is really ridiculous.
What do you think I went into Congress for? Yeah, I want to help people. It's like becoming a doctor and saying you want to help people.
Yeah, right.
I don't know one
Just
doctor.
after I get that office set up and get that Medicaid stuff going.
How come every doctor's trying to get into some kind of business so you get out of being a doctor?
Yeah. They love it so much. Meanwhile, in the Post today, they say that the wife of an outspoken state senator, Franz Lexer, I think his name is, ended a 20-year battle with mental illness by jumping out of her window yesterday.
Hey, Fred, you might want to try that.
I'm going to give it a shot.
The voices in your head won't be talking to you anymore.
Okay.
The 63-year-old woman leaped to her death from a living room window at about 7:43 yesterday morning, landing in the rear courtyard of the couple's Riverside Drive apartment building. She left a 7-page handwritten note and jumped while her husband, after speaking to her, went to the bathroom. He returned to the living room and found a note on the floor and the window open.
Wow.
She apparently had suffered with a mood disorder for many years.
That's what O.J. should have done to Nicole. Just push her out a window and say she jumped.
Unfortunately, none of the buildings they lived in were that high.
Yeah, but O.J. must have gone somewhere where it's high.
Wait until should have invited her to New York.
There's about a billion ways O.J. could have done it better. There's a billion ways. They could have done some coke, and O.J. could have slipped in some rat poison into the coke.
Yeah, and then it would have looked like just a drug
bad coke
deal.
You know, OJ could have said, hey, yeah, we were doing some coke, and, like, I was in the other room, thank God, just for the chance that I didn't snort.
Got loaded, fell asleep in the garage, the car running.
Yeah, a million things. What's he slashing her throat for?
That was
so gauche. There's a million ways to do it. Crash the car. I don't know.
Well, that would endanger his life. Now you're getting crazy.
Let someone else handle it.
Like you spent a lot of time thinking about this.
No, I'm just saying there's a million ways. I mean, there's a million ways, you know. Push her off a cliff while you're on a romantic vacation or something. Like, you know, you finally had a reconciliation. Let's take the kid somewhere.
Is going well.
You know, all of a sudden, she slipped and fell off the ride.
Honey, look how steep this is.
Yeah, even let the kids, like, be there and, like, don't, like, let them turn around for a second and, you know.
But it had to be a sort of spur-of-the-moment decision. Because when he was with her and they were happy, he didn't want to kill her.
Yeah, he did the wrong thing. I think he realizes that now. I say let him go. He realizes.
He's figured out that it was wrong.
It's enough already.
I'm sorry.
Well, since you brought up O.J., let's talk about what happened to him yesterday. His sister-in-law, Denise Brown, took the stand again and was cross-examined by Robert Shapiro, who decided to go pretty easy on her. He did try to impeach her testimony by showing a few inconsistencies and bringing up the fact that she had a drinking problem, but that was about it.
Is he really a lawyer, Robert Shapiro?
I think that they're just letting him practice.
Yeah. They all said he's never even, like, done that before.
He
murder
seems
case.
very tentative in his cross-examination of some of the witnesses I've seen him try to handle.
Yeah, well, everybody seems pretty bad, except for, like, I don't know, that guy Darden is real bad.
But, was it Johnny Cochran who was doing Candice Garvey?
No,
I can't remember. Was Shapiro doing all of that?
No, it was Johnny Cochran.
Yeah, because he went a little too far with his cross-examination of her, and it backfired on him.
Especially when he said, you know, you and me would look good together.
Would you like to be my secret wife?
No, them.
Well, anyway, let's get back to this. Here's a little bit of Denise Brown's tearful testimony when she was still describing her last day.
She actually
with Nicole.
She actually blew a goober right out of her nose into her hand. She was crying so much. I'm going to have to ask the jury to ignore that goober.
It wasn't like O.J. just walking into a place and being, you know, hey, here I am, you know, kind of sure of himself type of attitude. It was more of a like a glazed over, kind of frightening, dark eyes.
Like Fred at a writing meeting.
O.J. that we knew.
This was an effort on the part of the prosecution to show that O.J. had several different faces.
The three faces of O.J.
You know, there was the public O. J. and the private O.J., and for the first time they were seeing private O.J.
Yeah,
it was very frightening.
And the angry O.J.
And
strike that handful of snot from the record.
Some more of her testimony. I think this is where she really starts to break down and talk about her last moments with her sister.
He had a very far away look. It was.
What?
Was that the same one?
No, different one.
It was actually really kind of spooky. It was a frightening look.
Maybe this is where she really cries.
Still talking about O.J., so maybe this is where she cried.
She cries here, I bet. There wasn't much where she wasn't crying. Her nose must be all irritated. She was even wiping under her chin. So much snot and everything.
Oh, come on, those were tears on her chin.
That was real.
Green tears.
She loved her sister.
We got up and we walked out, and Nicole was going to go get some ice cream with the kids. And we kissed each other goodbye.
They kissed each other?
Yeah.
Oh, that must have been hot. Was Candice Garvey there? I like Candice Garvey, man.
Add her to this little...
Hubba.
Do we have photos of you two kissing?
Yeah, we'll need that into the record.
Admissible as evidence.
We need girl video.
Please kiss Miss Garvey right now.
I'm going to have to ask you.
Could you show me how you kissed Nicole with Miss Garvey?
Miss Brown, I'm going to have to ask you to demonstrate now on Miss Garvey how you two kissed each other.
Are there photos of that lesbian set in that envelope?
Mrs. Garvey. Humma.
Oh, just play the tape.
Yeah.
told her was that I loved her.
Now, there was some speculation that this was acting because she dried up and was so composed on Cross.
No. Oh, please.
Now, I'm just telling you what the experts have been heard to say.
Hey, I've seen professional actresses. Melissa Gilbert can't cry like that on command.
You only cry so much.
Yeah, no, that's real tears. Hey, look, this is really horrible. O.J. should be guilty just after that. Meanwhile, the
that's what they're hoping.
best acting performance of the whole day
was
when they showed the picture of O.J. picking up his kids.
Yes.
You know, and picking them up in his arms. O.J. They flashed to O.J. and he's sitting there like smiling at the screen and like remembering his son. And,
oh, I didn't notice his.
Oh, wow. He put on a whole performance. And he wouldn't look that way when the prosecution was showing the tape. When the defense showed it, they were like, yeah, that's my boy.
Well, they showed it. What?
Was that the same day he couldn't shuffle cards?
Yes.
Yeah. They poured that out.
When I heard that the kid weighed 75 pounds, I was shocked. That's a lot to pick up. You couldn't shuffle cars, yet you're hoisting a 75-pound kid off the ground.
Reversal.
And Johnny Cochran feels that the tape bore out his assertion that O.J. was in pain that day.
Yeah. Sure.
It's almost like somebody's lying.
I thought O.J. was going to get up and start hitting Mrs. Garvey.
Well, they did bring Candy Garvey up to corroborate the statements that O.J. was strange that day. So here is her description of the strange O.J.
I had my pants down around my ankles for her.
You were strange, too.
Big giant headband on her with a gold chain in the headband. Boy, she's a high-maintenance broad. Hey, wasn't Steve Garvey accused of Cindy Garvey?
Yes, that was what was so interesting to me, that here is Candy Garvey testifying about O.J. being kind of weird, and Cindy Garvey has always complained of her own problems with Steve.
And then Johnny Cochran, supposedly, his first wife saying that he beat her.
Who doesn't do it?
I say everyone at the trial should go to jail.
I, said hello, hi, how are you? And he stared at
Cindy Garvey. Candy Garvey. Excuse me. Both the same. Candy Garvey is unbelievable when you hear this tape. Like, she's pissed off because OJ's there watching his kid in a school play. Probably has 100 people coming up to him every minute. So finally he's engrossed in it. The room is dark. It's been going on for 2 hours now. His kid goes on at the end. It's a 2.5-hour wait. Candy Garvey, who's used to having every guy in the world kiss her ass, walks up to OJ and says,
OJ, I had the baby.
She had evidently just had a baby.
Well, she said hi first, and that didn't get his attention.
So he was kind of like, oh, hello. He was just kind of like into it. I don't blame O.J. for going off now. Now I see what was going on there.
Look at the pressure these women put on him.
So Candice Garvey testifies that she's pissed off. She was like, well, O.J. didn't pay attention to me. He wasn't smiling.
Yeah, he was strange because he wasn't paying full attention to me.
Guys always smile at me.
No, Candy, once you in about 10 years from now, when you hit that wall and you start to change,
everybody's going to be O.J.
Yeah, everyone's going to treat you that way once you're not good looking anymore.
Steve, everybody.
Yeah, get used to it.
So go on, let her testify.
my husband and I, and really nothing in response. And so I said, well, I had the baby. And he just stared at me and said,
what do you want
yeah,
the guy to
Nick
do?
told me.
Yeah, Nick told me. What do you want him to do?
I guess he was supposed to jump up and down or leap over one of those hurdles he does for Hertz.
I told OJ I had the baby, then he got up on the stage and started doing a tap dance and an old Negro spiritual.
She'll wake up once she makes Life's About face. Start seeing that whole thing change.
Get a little dose of reality.
Yeah, let her hit that wall. Women do not age well.
But this is where it backfired on Johnny Cochran. Here he is. He was showing her the videotape of OJ and saying, now here he looks like a happy guy. He looks like a smiling guy. And now you see that videotape and you're talking about this other guy who wasn't so smiley. What's the deal here? What do you think?
When he lifts his son up.
Not Johnny Cochran. Candy, I'm telling you. This was on Cross.
Oh, Cross. Oh, excuse me, OJ. I'm supposed to figure this out?
In my opinion, completely different than I'd ever seen him, either as a fan or someone that knew him personally. And to see that videotape it was amazing. I mean, amazing difference. But I guess that's why he's a spokesman. I mean,
I guess that's why he's a spokesman.
From the record.
I'd like to marry her. Hubba.
Boy, oh boy! I mean, that's the OJ I know. I didn't know the guy before who was ignoring me.
Yeah. I don't know why he ignored me. I'm so pretty.
That's an amazing difference.
I got it.
Who is he talking to?
I'm moving to California. I'll put my kids in that school. Oh yeah. Is that a public school or a private school?
It seems like a private school.
Cool. I'm telling you, man, that seems really cool. You go there and there's great-looking moms. Hey, there's Steve Garvey's wife. Ooh, hubba. That's the trophy wife.
Miss Garvey, will you meet me in my chambers and dance like a wild monkey with no clothes on?
If I must instruct the court, if Mrs. Garvey is to testify tomorrow, I will not wear underpants under my black robe, so I can have access to my full genitalia. I thought Edie was going to fall off the chair while she was...
He was almost in her lap. He almost fell in.
Oh, look at this. Oh, my God.
Let me lean over and see her legs. Her regs.
I'm going to ask the jury to ignore Mrs. Garvey's legs and breasts and ass.
Mrs. Garvey, come to the sidebar and bring your vibrating egg.
Ignore what's going on under my bed.
Would it be cool if Edie had gone home that night and beat his wife because he was so angry that she didn't look like Cindy Garvey? Candy Garvey?
You'll be blonde. Well, let's go on. Johnny Cochran now outside the courtroom assessing how he did that with yesterday's testimony after, the cross-examination of Denise Brown, the viewing of the videotape, and the testimony of Candice Garvey.
When he lifts his son up, and if you listen to the tape, he says, he only lifts him up about this high, and he says, ah, when he's lifting him up. So look at the videotape. I think everybody should pay attention. The videotape does not lie.
Yeah, right.
He's kind of glean anything out of this.
He's all right, that Johnny Cochran.
He's earning his money. But everything you heard, did you hear that? Ah.
Yeah, nobody heard an ah. The guy shooting the video was about 100 million miles away.
And he got up a 75-pound kid.
Right. I don't care if he said ah or not. He took that kid way over his head.
Yeah.
Like it was a blow-up doll.
Yeah.
Just imagine lifting 75 pounds over your head. And the guy's not even supposed to raise his arm.
But lawyers are great. The guy goes, tape doesn't lie. You're looking at it, and you're seeing clear evidence that O.J. could lift probably a Brahma bull.
Right. And didn't he say that O.J.'s not supposed to lift his... He has some condition he can't raise his arm?
Yeah.
He's picking up a kid.
Yeah.
75 pounds.
When I used to have back problems, I just didn't pick up my kids.
Yeah.
I had back problems.
When you heard you didn't lift.
Right. What's he doing lifting? He's showing off for Mrs. Garvey?
Maybe.
O.J. My thing is the only reason he ignored Mrs. Garvey, he must have done Tawny Catane and Paula Barbieri that day.
No, according to the witnesses, he was fixated on Nicole that day. He wasn't even looking at the stage. He was staring at Nicole every time Denise Brown looked back at him. So Candy was just getting in his way, blocking his view of Nicole, probably.
Well, the tape doesn't lie. Who's a better lawyer in your opinion, Colin Ferguson or Cochran? All right, let's take a break.
They're both good.
Yeah. They both get the job done. All right, let's take a break, and we'll, I guess...
When we come back, Judge Ito... Just play this one now.
Okay.
Judge Ito had to disallow a certain picture that they brought into evidence yesterday. The prosecution took out a picture of Nicole Simpson, and they couldn't determine exactly when the picture was taken, by whom, or for what. So after the jury had already seen it, the judge had to turn to them and tell them to disregard it.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
This will make it go away.
I am not going to allow the use of that photograph, despite the fact that you've already seen it. I know it's difficult to unring a bell, but I'm going to ask you to disregard what you saw in that particular photograph. The reason for that is there is no foundation. That's a legal finding. There is no foundation for that photograph. In other words, we don't know the date, time, and place where that was taken, by whom,
what's the difference,
and what it purports to depict.
She's there like she just went 12 rounds with Muhammad Ali.
Well, it could have been. That's what she did.
Yeah, sure.
Don't unring that bell.
I'm going to ask you to unring that bell. Yeah, sure, Judge. Yeah, I'll forget that just as fast as I forget Mrs. Garvey's legs. All right.
Today they say that they will get past this whole issue of the marital disputes that O.J. and Nicole suffered and get down to the day of the murder.
Very good.
And what happened.
We'll be back right after these words.
Let's return to the Howard Stern Show.
All right, Robin, where were we in the news?
Oh, we're winding up here.
Go ahead.
Let me see. Did you know the jazz drummer named Art Taylor?
Yes.
You did? Well, I have some bad news for you. He's dead.
That's impossible.
65 years old. He's gone. He was the drummer on John Coltrane's famous Giant Steps album.
And he played for the Monkees, didn't he?
No. So here's a little bit of his music, just for those of you who don't know or may not remember.
Right. Wow. I'm going to miss it.
Hear that drumming?
Yeah, it gives me a headache. I can't believe he's not going to be around to do that some more. He sounded so different than other drummers. That's what I liked about him. Imagine all those lessons. The guy must have had a good life, though, you know? Being a drummer is kind of cool. He's not better than Lars from Metallica.
Probably was big in Europe, though.
You know what they say about drummers, don't you?
What?
Dime a dozen.
Are you trying to say nobody's going to miss this guy?
No. It's not like there aren't a couple of guys waiting in the wings. I'm sure he was a good man.
It almost sounds like he worked himself to death on this one song.
I'd have a heart attack drumming like that. There he goes. Listen.
Yeah.
There you go. What a band. Great band.
What's the guy's name again?
Oh, I already threw it away.
Dick Barbuti.
Dick Barbuti. Sticks Barbuti.
Oh, Art something.
Art Monk.
Art the drummer. So he's gone. I just love that jazz music. Think it's funny.
Yeah, it is funny. It's funny that someone actually appreciates that.
Art Taylor and his band of renown.
That's what's his name, Art
All
Taylor.
the horse orchestra. You know, I'm Johnny Carson. I appreciate all jazz drumming. I sit in my basement with Alexa and I play my drums.
Yeah, Johnny Carson's doing that at home. He's trying to emulate that.
I do that all day. Because they don't have the show anymore. Yucca. Yucca poo. I jam with Pete Barbuti.
Senator Edward Kennedy was at a meeting of the National School Board Association in Washington yesterday. He told the meeting to ask elected officials for details on where education spending would be cut and proposals made by Republicans to balance the budget.
Well, there's a controversial stand.
Let us know.
Oh, ow. Hey, lower the volume. Why don't you warn me before you play that? Yow.
Let us know. Let us know.
He delivers a speech with equal intensity, whether it's about, like, his dead brother or about school cuts.
Or ordering a drink.
Hey, dude, Rose can't hear you no matter how loud you yell.
Bloody Mary.
Yeah, right.
My cousin will take a Bloody Mary, and I'll take the shivas on the rocks, please.
He's so used to yelling over the din
at the bar. Right, at old bar.
Give me another Boilermaker. Where we're going to have those cuts? Where we're going to have those cuts? Are we going to have those cuts in the areas of education?
Dude, it's not Ich Nein Berliner or whatever the hell that was.
Ich Design Berliner.
Ich Design Cut.
Take my cuts, please.
He's one of the greatest orators of our time, so anytime...
Is he really?
Well, that's what they always say. Remember, every Democratic convention... Oh, tonight's the night that Ted Kennedy's going to speak. This should be a rousing speech. He's really going to bring the hall to its knees.
On the loudest, I don't have anything to say.
Let us know. Let us know what time the bar closes.
Yeah, take us to that old bar, please. The bar room noise and the music going, and Ted has to yell over the din of the crowd.
Uh-oh.
Let's hear that puzzled look on his face.
He's got that smoke coming out of his ears.
Yeah.
Find something that'll work.
Nothing like being in the computer age. Yeah, it's at a cocktail party. A lot of people drinking. How come there's applause at a bar?
I'm trying to find something that'll work.
The show's over already for Fred. She was already packed up.
He had everything put away.
Yeah, it was all done.
You're making him pull out all the
All right, forget it. I don't want to do Ted Kennedy at the bar. I give up. Yeah. Okay. I don't think you're actually going to get done.
Trying.
Disappointed me.
Sorry.
And finally this morning.
What? Say it.
A clergyman in England who is famous for his exorcisms is about to retire. Vicar Tom Willis has decided to call it quits, but not before training other exorcists.
Good.
He says he hopes to teach about 30 clergy to cope with hauntings by poltergeists and how to get rid of evil spirits. He says 1 in 10 people is expected to see an apparition in their lifetime, and he deals with some 50 calls every year. His most celebrated case was the one in which he used the church's traditional bell, book, and candle.
That's it. I'm becoming a Scientologist.
To exorcise a fishing trawler at the request of the Department of Social Services, which was tired of paying unemployment benefits to a crew too frightened to go to sea.
I believe in the rantings of L. Ron Hubbard, a failed science fiction writer, more than I do that guy. How do you politely call that guy a liar?
Oh, dear. Well, he's got, those guys went back to fishing after he was done with them.
Thank you, Vicar.
So there you have it. That's what's happening.
Thank you, Robin.
The world will be safe because the vicar's going to train 30 more people to do what he does.
Yeah. So, let me just sum up by saying Patty Davis Reagan video out on sale.
She's going to be at a book signing at Coconut.
Video signing. February 9th, this Thursday.
Yeah.
6th Avenue and 51st Street from noon to 2, Robin.
Okay.
Also, our own Jackie the Joke Man Marlowe. To order Jackie's Wild Comedy CD or cassette, it's $10. Add in another $3 shipping and handling.
And what do you get?
The Jokeland Special. You can buy 2 and get 1 free.
Oh.
Call 1-800-323-KING. Friday night, though, March 17th, is the big night, St. Patrick's Day, at Chuckles. First time St. Patty's Day has fallen on a Friday in a long time, and that's going to be a real time to celebrate.
Oh, boy.
Everyone's excited to celebrate St. Patty's Day with Jackie.
A 3-day weekend.
Is it a 3-day weekend?
No, for the Irish it is, though.
Right. For filthy jokes and info, call 516-9221. Remember, 516-9221 is not a pay service. Tonight and one night only, Freddie Van Halen at Downtime in Manhattan. That's Fred Norris's great band. To order a signed copy of Stuttering John CD, what about calling 201-942-OUCH? And if you're planning a wedding or a party and you need a great disc jockey, why don't you call Scott the Engineer's Rocket Entertainment? His number, 718-BAG-5040.
Scott Van Halen.
All right, very good. Jackie doing the show, obviously, over in the corner, so I'll leave him to do that, and I must leave now. I'm sorry, I can't be here for it.
We have to go.
We'll be back tomorrow. We'll see you then. 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 See you then.